Mr. Griffin, got it. I'll see you later.
Okay, thanks.
All right, bye.
All right, good morning, everyone. 36th District Court is now in session. I'm Judge Shannon A. Holmes. I'm serving as your presiding judge on this morning. I want to make sure that everyone who is in the courtroom should be in the courtroom on today. You're here because you are either in specialty court or you are being screened for specialty court. If you do not fall into one of those categories, then you need to hang up and call the courtroom at area code 313-965-2280. 313-965-2280. That number will appear in the chat. There it is. Please make sure that you call. You cannot do shout outs in my courtroom. So please call the court clerk. On this morning, I really feel like you all have been with me long enough to know that you can't be in your bed clothes, you can't be in your bed, and all of those things while we are in court. It can't happen. I had to send a message this morning for someone to get up out of their bed. I'm not going to do that. I need you all to know this is court. Not only are we in court, but we're streaming live by way of YouTube, which means the whole world can look at them. And your first impressions, you never know who's looking. So you want to make sure that you're appropriate for court. With that, make sure you're dressed appropriately. We don't do T-straps and halter tops and all of that. Put on some clothes. We are in court. We don't mind being sexy at home, but that's for the folks in your house. That's not for the folks on YouTube, and it's not for the court. So come on, let's put on some clothes. This morning, please make sure your device stays muted at all times. Do not unmute your device until I ask you to. If I don't ask you to, then please stay muted. I am ready to get started. I am going to have the attorneys start off this morning by placing your appearance on the record. I am going to tell you that at 10:30, I have to take a break. And so we're gonna go until 10:30 or very close to it. And then I will be taking a very quick break, but nonetheless, I need to take a break. With that, Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge, and good morning. For the record, Jesse Reed, Drug Court, Vet Court Defense Attorney, P23863. Judge, if I may, I'd like to make a motion, a continuing motion, that my appearance be for all my clients this morning. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. Good morning. Your motion is granted.
And good morning, Your Honor. Robert Fikens, P31894, Drug Treatment Court Defense Counsel. I too would make a similar motion.
All right. Good morning to you, Mr. Fikens, and your motion is granted. Let me have the case managers place your appearance on the record. Let me start with Mr. Yancey. You are up first.
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning, Your Honor. Kenneth Yancey on behalf of Sobriety Court this morning.
Good morning, Mr. Yancey. All right, Miss Cleveland. Uh-oh, you're on mute, Miss Cleveland.
Morning, Your Honor. Toshi Cleveland, case manager for 36th District Court, Sobriety Court.
All right, good morning, Miss Cleveland. And then I see you, Mr. Griffin.
Good morning, Your Honor. Brian Griffin, Drug Court Case Manager on behalf of the Probation Department.
All right, good morning, Mr. Griffin.
Good morning, Judge.
All right, we are going to get started. There are some preliminary things that need to take place on this morning. Thank you so much. That need to take place. 1 second. All right. Preliminary matters. Ms. Cleveland, I believe that you sent me a message indicating that Mr. Hannah needs to go in a breakout room with one of the attorneys. And I'm sorry, good morning in the courtroom. Good morning, Ms. Mack. Good morning, Officer Lott. I think Officer Lott's not in today, but good morning, Ms. Mack.
Good morning, Judge. Yes, I'm here, but Officer Lott is not. Officer Gore is taking his place today.
All right, good morning to you, Officer Gore, and thank you for serving. All right, and then, all right, and good morning to you, Ms. Wilson.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, we are going to get started. Let's have Mr. Hannah and one of the attorneys who's going to go in the breakout room with Mr. Hannah.
Judge, I will, although I believe in the past, Mr. Hannah's had his own counsel. I don't know.
Mr. Hannah, Mr. Hannah's had his own attorney?
I believe so. I thought he did.
Your Honor, an attorney coming today? Good morning.
No, I don't have an attorney coming.
Okay.
All
I'll be
right.
going into the breakout room with him, Judge.
All right, no problem. Thank you, Mr. Hannah. So Ms. Wilson, if you could facilitate that.
Co-host, please.
Oh, you can't do it until I give you co-hosts. Yeah. Oh, it must be under something else. All right, you should have it now. All right, while Ms. Wilson is doing that, are there any other preliminary matters from the attorneys first? Any other preliminary matters?
Yes, Judge. I've been informed that we have 3 new intakes today, Mr. Brown, Ms. Mohammed, and Mr. Naraki. If I could go into the breakout room, starting with one of those individuals, I would like to, if I may, please. 3
All right,
intakes.
let's give Ms. Wilson an opportunity. And as a matter of fact, we're gonna call Mr. Fikens out of the breakout room, Mr. Hannah, because he'll go last, and bring Mr. Fikens back. And then you and Mr. Fikens will go into breakout rooms with these intakes so we can get them done.
Thank you.
Yes. All right. And so Ms. Wilson, bring Mr. Fikens back. And I'm looking for the intakes. The case managers, are your intakes on already this morning?
Your Honor, Kenneth Yancey. They're all 3 of them are on.
Right.
I think Mr. Nareki was first, and then Mr. Brown.
All right, so Mr. Naraki, Christopher, Mr. Fikens, we brought you back. We have 3 intakes this morning. All 3 intakes are here. We're gonna get those serviced first before we deal with the problem case, okay?
Very good.
All right, very good. So Mr. Reed, if you could go into the breakout room with Mr. Naraki, Christopher Naraki. Good morning to you, Mr. Naraki.
Yes, Judge.
First recipient, a 32-year-old woman at Vanderbilt in Tennessee.
All right. Please turn off your television and mute your device. Thank you so much.
I have the
Thank you. You all should accept the invitation. And then we're gonna send Mr. Fikens in. Who was up next?
Kevin Brown, Your Honor.
Mr. Brown, where are you?
Good morning. I'm here, ma'am.
No, you have to turn on your screen. I won't talk to just your name. I have my screen on.
I'm sorry. 1 second.
All right. Is Mr. Brown's screen on?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Brown. Let's have Mr. Brown go into the breakout room with Mr. Fikens.
Yes, Judge.
And then when they return, one of them, you return, we'll send Muhammad in as well with one of the attorneys. All right, very good. If you do not have your name on your device, it makes it difficult for me to be able to know who you are and to service you. So if you could please place your first and last name on your device this morning, that's going to be quite helpful to me. All right. Any other preliminary matters from the case managers at this time? No issues. All right, very good. I'm going to get started on this morning with Joe Adams. Please mute your device. I keep saying that. I don't know another language to say it in. I promise y'all I don't. And I'm under the weather today and I need to really save my voice. So if you all could not, I don't want to have to repeat myself, but mute your device. Thank you so much. All right. First, let me say this, Happy New Year to everyone. We off to a rough start this new year, y'all. The COVID police has COVID. So when the COVID police has COVID, we off to a rough start. And so, but I need you all to work with me. I did not want to start the new year off without seeing each one of you. We are going to have a brief hearing today. It is not because I don't care about you or that I'm not concerned about what's going on in your life. I promise you I am. I have struggled just last night. I've struggled. And so I wanted to be here today to see all of your faces, to make sure everybody made it through 2021, that if you had some issues that you need the judge to help you with, the team to help you with, that we are available to do that. And so I need y'all to work with me on this morning. So don't feel left out, don't feel slighted, that the hearings are going to be short. The case managers are going to do most of the talking this morning. I need to know if I do want to know from all of you how you did through the holidays, if you had any issues, and if you learned something. And then your next hearing, I promise you, I will talk your head off. I will ask all kind of questions and get in your business. I promise you I will. I just can't do it today. So if y'all could cut me just a little slack today, I would appreciate it. All right, let's do it. Some of y'all shaking your head, yes, some smiling and some looking like, get over it. That's what you get paid to do, lady. So, all right, let's do it. Mr. Adams, I'm gonna have you unmute. And then Ms. Yancey, place that case number on the record for me.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Adams' case number is 120-573-6901. And he is in phase 2. So if I could proceed, Your Honor, Mr. Adams actually completed all well-being.
Mr. Adams, state his name for me. State your name, Mr. Adams.
Oh.
Joe Edward Adams Jr.
Okay. So I did receive paperwork. Mr. Adams had completed all well-being services in November, and they recommended that he continue with NA meetings. As a result of that, he is screening at JAMS. He has some pending screenings, so we're waiting for the results. His prior results have been negative. He's still employed. He's at work right now. He still has a balance that he has to pay, which is $770. And one of his goals was supposed to be saving for a new apartment. So that's something he needs to achieve before he's out of the program. And there's an assessment that he has to do in phase 2, which I will get him information on. So that's where we stand with Mr. Adams as of this morning.
Mr. Yancey, we also talked about making some adjustments to Mr. Adams' testing. I'm going to have you share that with him later today as to what those adjustments will be. But
Yes.
Mr. Adams, we'll make some adjustments.
Yes, Your Honor, we are going to, at least for the next 30 days, we'll be screening 3 times for the next 30 days. And the court is going to make arrangements to pay for one of those screenings so it doesn't so Mr. Adams doesn't incur any additional costs. And we will start that within the next couple of days, Your Honor.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Adams. Let me hear from you how you did over the holidays.
Been doing okay over the holidays. Just up there, everything's been, come and go. Every day is up there is a bit of a trial, but I've been making it. My daughter was born November 20th, so that's been a bit of a blessing. So I just been practicing patience and tolerance and everything.
All right, very good, Mr. Adams. Make sure that you get Mr. Yancey some information about your daughter. She's healthy and all those good things.
Yes, ma'am.
Right, very good. Any issues you need us to help you with, Mr. Adams?
Not at the moment.
All right, very good. Mr. Yancey?
Yes, Your Honor. His next return date is going to be, since he's in phase 2, it would be January 27th of this year. And just for that one time, we want to make that a court hearing and not a face-to-face.
And at that hearing, you'll update me on the things that we talked about that I need to see happen with Mr. Adams before he is even eligible to leave the program, okay?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Right, very good. Mr. Adams, if you don't have any additional questions, enjoy.
No, I have no more additional questions, Your Honor.
All right, take care.
Thank you.
All right. I am going to go to Mr. Shaw. Are you at work?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
All right, good morning. Let's call, can the case manager please call Mr. Shaw's case?
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Case number SP 1115051 for Mr. Daniel Enrique Shaw.
State your name, Mr. Shaw.
Yes, ma'am. Daniel Enrique Shaw.
All right, Ms. Cleveland.
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor. Mr. Shaw is compliant with his court requirements, his court orders. I've checked his screens. They are all fine. He is working and progressing at his work. He is compliant with his therapies. He is in touch with the center, the facility that he has reported that he's been going to. I am waiting for a pending progress report from them, but I'll reach out to them again to make sure that they supply that progress report, as he has been meeting with them, and I want to make sure that he just stays on track. I just have to get in contact with them, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Thank you, Ms. Cleveland. Mr. Shaw, tell me about your holiday experience. How did you do?
Yeah, Your Honor, my holiday was relaxing. I continued to go to my NA meetings. That was kind of something that I look forward to on my time off. I spent a lot of money on Christmas gifts. This was the first Christmas that I actually spent with my family in a long time, because I've been ups and downs in my life. But my Christmas was good. It was really good.
Very good. Mr. Shaw, is there anything that you need us to help you with? Anything you're struggling with?
No, ma'am. I'm clean, and being clean, I have a good focused mind, and I can think straight and figure out problems and get my business taken care of.
All right, very good, Mr. Shaw. Look, I'll talk more to you on your next visit. I wanted to see your face. I'm glad you're off to a good start this year. Ms. Cleveland, when is Mr. Shaw coming back? We can't hear you, Ms. Cleveland. Did somebody help her out?
Your Honor, it's going to be January 20th, 2022 for the new date.
At 8:30?
Yes, ma'am.
Wonderful. Mr. Shaw, did you get that?
Yes, ma'am.
Wonderful. Good to see you. Take good care of yourself, okay?
You too. I hope you get better.
I will. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, Ms. Pavel. Are you at work, Ms. Pavel?
No, Miss Holmes, I'm actually on my way.
You're on your way. Let's do it. Come on. Who has Ms. Pavel?
Your Honor, this Sharice Bavel, case number 20L03079FD. Ms. Bavel is currently in phase 2. Can you state your name, Ms. Bavel?
Sharice Bebel.
Okay, Your Honor, Ms. Bavel is in phase 2. She's doing very well, no problems. She tested over the holidays, no problems with testing. She continues to mail in payments. She's doing the classes in phase 2. We did discuss the restricted license. So I got a question for the attorneys because Ms. Bavel never had a license. So I don't know if she have to take the road test and stuff first before she can get the restricted license. So I'll talk to the attorneys about that when they come back later on today. But overall, she's been doing very well. No problems with Ms. Bavel, Your Honor.
All right. Wonderful, Ms. Pavel. Come on, tell me about your holiday. How'd you do?
I did good, Miss Your Honor. I actually was with family, and the other time I'm drunk somewhere or can't be. I was on hand this year, like did some TikToks, did some stuff with my mom. I actually learned how to make some black eyed peas. I just caught up with my family and it really felt good. And I had to realize, and I'm gonna just say this, I know we can't, do too much today, but I just want to realize, like before, how I say how I lost a lot of friends and stuff like that. I had to learn how to know that I'm going through something to where I have to separate myself from friends, and I appreciate my friends. And I wrote down something, being a better genuine friend, just being a better genuine friend, and not blaming everybody for my faults. And moving forward, I'm just happy to be here.
All right. When you said be a better, what kind of friend?
More of a genuine friend, knowing my situations. Everybody not gonna be able to understand or be there for me when I need them to be because everybody got their own stuff going on. So just take it one day at a time. Meetings, if I need anybody to talk to, I'll text Mr. Griffin or, stay around, get more closer to my family is the main thing. So the holiday was actually good.
All right. No struggles, Ms. Pavel?
None at all.
All right. Glad to hear it. Good to see you. Do well at work today. Mr. Griffin, what's next for Ms. Pavel?
Your Honor, Ms. Pavel will be having a face-to-face on January 27, 2022 at 10:30 a.m.
Okay.
All right. Did you get that, Ms. Pavel?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Wonderful. Take care of yourself. Good to see you today.
You too. Happy New Year's. Get better, Ms. Holmes. Okay.
I will. I definitely will. All right. Very good. All right. Let's go to Mr. Ronnie Griffin.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Ronnie Griffin. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you too.
All right. You doing okay?
Yes, I'm doing fine considering this epidemic.
Yeah. It's going around. It's going.
Yes, it is.
Right. I think Miss Cleveland has your case.
Okay.
And so is Miss Cleveland having technical?
She's coming, Your Honor. I'm gonna let her take my place over here.
Thank you so much. Is Mr. Griffin on my docket today?
Sorry, Your Honor, can you hear me?
I can. Is Mr. Griffin on for today?
Yes, he's on there. I see him right there, Your Honor, and I apologize for, I don't know what's happening with my headphone set, but what I'm going to do is ask them to order me another one, and then I'll go down to the courtroom after Mr. Griffin, but he is on there, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm missing him. I don't know, and I get.
Judge, if I may, and Miss Cleveland, I do see, Mr. Griffin is scheduled for the 13th, but I can put him on for today, Judge, if you like.
Yeah, I don't have him on my docket for today.
Right.
I'm having for the 13th.
He might have just zoomed in, Your Honor. I don't remember sending a notification, but it might just been some confusion with the date. But just so you'll, I'm sorry.
Unless there's an issue, let's have him come back on his scheduled date, the 13th.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll reach out to him and I'll let him know what happened today.
Okay, Mr. Griffin, we're going to see you on the 13th. Today is not your hearing date. Okay?
All right. And
All
I
right,
hope
but
you feel better.
I will. Thank you so much, Mr. Griffin. Good to see you, though.
Oh, okay, so that's the 13th?
13th at 8:30. Yes, sir.
All right, then. Thank you.
All right. You're very welcome.
Happy New Year.
All right.
I'm on my way to the courtroom, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. Let's go to Mr. Bishop. Who has Mr. Bishop's case? Is that Miss Griffin?
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Bishop. Is that Miss Cleveland who has?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we've
That's
got
Miss Cleveland. Yeah.
Okay, let's give her a second to make it down to the courtroom. Now, I'm hesitant to do Mr. Wilson because he got on this morning all laid out. But Mr. Wilson, I'm not gonna be mean this morning. You can't be mean when you don't feel good. You can be, but it's not nice. And so I'm gonna go ahead and call your case. Go ahead, Mr. Griffin. You got Mr. Wilson?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yvonne Wilson. All right, go on and call him.
Your Honor, this is case Z8070501, Levon Wilson. Can you state your name, Mr. Wilson?
Levon Wilson.
Okay, Your Honor, Mr. Wilson is currently in phase 1. He's completed outpatient treatment. He's been testing, no problem with testing. He's working. Actually been doing very well. Just had a discussion with him yesterday about mailing some payments. So I gave him the information to mail in payments. So he's about to start mailing in payments. So overall, he's been doing very well. No problems. I would like to staff the case because I got a recommendation. He's been in phase 1 for quite a while. I haven't had any problems. But overall, Your Honor, he's doing very well. No issues.
Where is he with his therapeutic regimen, Mr. Griffin?
He had completed outpatient treatment at Detroit Recovery Project, and we found aftercare where he's at now. So, and he's still attending 12-step meetings.
All right, very good. All right, Mr. Wilson, I want to know how your holiday went and how you doing to kick off the new year.
I'm all right. New Year, everything is going good. Just taking it one day at a time. My holiday was actually good. I spent it with my family. The kids enjoyed it. They got everything they wanted and stuff. So put smiles on their face, and that made me smile. So everything worked out. That's what really matters. So everything was good. Ate good and stayed safe, and everything worked out.
All right, very good. You have any concerns, any issues you want to bring before the team today?
No, actually, everything going good. Just taking it one day at a time and letting everything work itself out.
All right, wonderful. Mr. Griffin, what's next for Mr. Wilson?
Your Honor, Mr. Wilson will be coming back on January the 20th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m.
All right, did you get that, Mr. Wilson?
Yes, I got it.
All right, come back right, you know.
I wasn't asleep for the record or in the bed when she said that. I might have just been sitting down or something like that, like low.
Laid out, sir. You was laid out.
Okay.
Okay, don't you be going tit for tat. You can, but I'm gonna tit tat.
You gonna win. I don't want to go tit for tat.
I don't feel that bad. I don't feel that bad. I'm always in for a good fight. Rain,
No,
Sean,
I don't want.
sickness
I
and
don't
health,
want to.
rich, poor. I'm always up for a good fight.
I don't want to put you in overdrive, Judge. Take care of yourself. I don't want you to work extra hard for me.
You don't
There
want
you
no.
go.
You don't want
There
no
you
smoke. You don't want no
No,
smoke.
none at all.
Okay. All right, Mr. Wilson. Good to see you. Take good care of yourself. And I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Okay.
Okay, you do the same. Feel better.
Thank you. All right.
All right, thank you.
All right. Did Miss Cleveland make it to the courtroom? There
Can
she is.
Can I do a test, Your Honor? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. I can hear you. And are you
Miss,
ready, Mr.
yeah.
Bishop?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Morgan and Mr. Griffin, thank you very much for this new headset. Hopefully you can hear me well going
ma'am.
forward. Your Honor, Mr. Bishop's case is 210-56489-01. Mr. Bishop.
Good morning.
Oh, there he is. Yes.
Oh, tell him to state his name.
You have to state your name, sir.
Robert Bishop.
Thank you. Good morning and Happy New Year. Mr. Bishop, oh my goodness, you made my year. I have to say, Miss Cleveland, one day they will have to take a picture of my office because it is hanging. And let me tell you, my family could not be more happy. Mr. Griffin conspired with my husband and they wouldn't let me hang at the home in the master bedroom over the bed, which is where I wanted it. They said absolutely not. So it is in my office and it is a beautiful showing. And so thank you, Miss Cleveland, for spearheading that. And I'm just
It was an honor, Your Honor.
I don't even know what to say. My family, they told me I was overboard. They thought I did it on my own. You don't think you're going too far? I'm like, I didn't do this. The team did this. I didn't do it.
I'm
Yeah.
so happy. Thank you. It was an honor.
Thank you for sharing your talent.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. All right. Tell me, Ms. Cleveland, how Mr. Bishop is doing. Then I want to hear from Mr. Bishop.
Your Honor, he's doing quite well. He is compliant with all the court's orders. He was promoted to phase 2. He's spent 38 days in there and he has already done completed several of the requirements for phase 2. So he's continuing to make good progress. Your Honor, I have been in contact with him and his testing is suspended, but because of some things, but he seems to be well enough to be here on camera and I'm glad to see him. And, we're hopeful for his continued good progress with his health as well as his progress in the program.
All right, Mr. Bishop, I'm glad to see you too. I hope you're doing well. Are you doing well?
Seem better.
Okay.
I'm just worried about my parents more.
Yeah. So do everything that you can do to keep them safe. Everything. Washing, disinfecting, just as simple as anytime you're going to touch eyes, nose, hand sanitizing, washing hands. You got to do it all. It's a lot of work, but it's going to be worth it so that you break the cycle. And so hang in there and be encouraged. You have someone to help you with your parents while you're going through this?
No.
No. Okay. All right. Well, listen, whatever we can do to help, if we need to order groceries and have them delivered, we've become very resourceful during this time. And so if you need, whatever you need help with, you reach out to Ms. Cleveland. We are a problem-solving court. We will make it happen.
Yeah.
We'll make it happen in a safe way. We'll make it happen. Okay.
We're stockpiled a lot of Costco stuff, so we're good on food. We'll be okay. We're vaccinated, but it's tough.
It is. It is.
I was promoted at Costco from seasonal to regular position now, and
yeah,
I'm very happy. So they said I could come back maybe on Monday. I got to get a positive test too. And, it's crazy. It's everywhere. And I hope you feel better too.
And I will. You know, I'm over here fighting now. That I look worse than what my fight is. Okay, I'm over here fighting, and I'm determined to win. And so we just have to make sure we take the proper steps to do that. So washing every day, just make sure you have that Dial soap. I know Dial
Yeah,
soap.
I'm living in my basement, away from them.
Yes, I've got 2 rooms that I go in, and that's it. Everything is shut down. So that when I do get to a good place, me and my family, we're in a good place for good. Yeah.
Well, hopefully when I see you next, this will all be over.
It will be, and you both of us will be smiling. How about that?
Yes,
How
ma'am.
about that? All right, very good. Hang in there, Mr. Bishop. I really mean
Yes.
it. If you need us, don't hesitate.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Right.
Thank you.
All right, very good. Ms. Cleveland, what's next for Mr. Bishop?
Your Honor, he is in phase 2, so he would be coming back for a face-to-face on January 27th, 2022 at 10:30 a.m.
All right,
Yeah.
Mr. Bishop, did you get that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, wonderful. Take good care of yourself.
You too, ma'am.
I will.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye. All right, let's go to Odin. Odin,
Judge, it's another intake that need to go into the breakout room with one of the attorneys.
okay. Ms. Wilson, can you make that happen? Who's gonna go in with
I will, Judge.
Muhammad? I don't see Muhammad. Where's last name Muhammad? I don't see Muhammad on the
Karam,
screen.
you need to turn your camera on.
Okay,
There you go.
sir, you should be
Hi, Miss
engaged
Mom.
and
I'm here.
participate. Okay, but
Sorry,
you need to be a part of, okay? So you
Okay,
know what you're
sorry.
getting yourself into. All right.
Your Honor.
Mr. Reed and Mr. Muhammad will go into a breakout room.
Yes, Judge. Thank you.
And Your Honor, if I might interrupt, I see there's a Rufino Vargas in our courtroom. It appears, according to an IRA, that he should be in front of Judge Sabri on today's date, but so I don't know why he's here.
All right, so Mr. Vargas, you need to hang up and call the courtroom at 965. Grab a pen, Mr. Vargas. Grab a pen. Write this number down, 965-2280. Call the courtroom, speak with my clerk, and she will get you the ID information to dial in for Judge Sabri, okay? All right. And so we're gonna, Mr. Fikens, are you ready to go into a breakout room with Mr. Hannah at this time?
I am, Your Honor, yes.
Okay, since our intakes are taken care of. All right, let's give Ms. Wilson a second to facilitate that. And then Mr. Odin, you're up next.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm ready, Your Honor.
All right, let's proceed with Mr. Odin, case manager.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Odin's case number is 210-573-5901.
All right, Mr. Odin, state your name for me.
Carlos D'Angelo Odin.
Right, let's do it, Mr. Yancey.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Odin, he has been with our program only since December 14th of 21, but he has started off well. He is actually an outpatient through Lake Ridge facility. So just got a little information from them over the phone, but he's doing well and he is engaged. He is screening, Your Honor, as we have directed him, and those screenings have been negative. So Mr. Odin is, I believe, still in the process of looking for employment, but he is in compliance at this time with us, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Odin, tell me about your holidays. I'm glad to hear you're in compliance.
Thank you, Judge. My holiday went well. I learned over the holiday that you can't control. You can only control what you can control. I learned about self-awareness, perseverance, just staying on top of my my sobriety. I know it's supposed to be short, but this week I want to add to my sobriety. I went to 2 AA meetings yesterday and the day before. I also talked to my therapist over the holiday. My therapist, Mr. Williams, he under COVID. He got COVID right now. I supposed to have telehealth with him tomorrow as well.
All right. Yes, I need everybody to be safe.
Yeah.
Be safe. If you do not have the shot, if you have not gotten the vaccine, this is the time to get it. Do it. To be safe for yourself. Do it for the people you love, the people around you, even the people you don't like. Because until we all do our part, we are never going to get through this thing. We're just not. We're just not. We're 2 years in. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Odin, I hope you've done your part to be
Yes,
your
I did.
brother's keeper, right? Me and my daughter were talking about that this morning. I am my brother's keeper. I'm responsible for you, and you're responsible for me for keeping us each other safe. Absolutely. So do it for me, because I certainly did it for y'all. All right. Mr. Odin, no issues, no challenges. You have really embraced the program, and I'm glad to see that.
Oh, you got to keep going.
I'll keep going. Yeah.
Got to keep going.
All right.
No issues at the moment, Judge.
All right. Yancy?
Yes, Your Honor, we are going to have Mr. Odin come back and see us on Zoom on January 20th of this year at 8:30.
All right, Mr. Odin, hang in there. Continue to do a great job, and we're here if you need us, okay?
Okay, feel better, Judge. Thank you.
I will. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, let's go to James Young. Mr. Young.
Your Honor, that's my case. Your Honor, that's case number 200443839-01. James Young, would you please state your name?
Uh-oh, he's muted.
James Young.
Your Honor, this is James Young. James Young's been in the pro. He's in phase 1. He's been with us since November the 23rd, 2021. Your Honor, he was enrolled in outpatient treatment at Taylor Treatment Center, but they could no longer service him due to him having private insurance. So he has an appointment through his insurance this Friday at 8:30 a.m. Which is tomorrow. So I will follow up with you on the new information. He already knows the ask for the clinical assessment and treatment plan. Over the holidays, he tests twice per week, no problems with testing. He's still employed, doing meetings. So he's off to a great start. So we just had that one little thing, but as soon as he notified me and then contacted his insurance, so he got another appointment immediately. So that's good for him. But other than that, Your Honor, no problems with Mr. Young.
All right, Mr. Young, tell me about your holiday.
Holiday was fine. Mostly stayed at home and relaxed and take it easy. Because watching the news, I've been, we had a coworker died from COVID. He it was shocking. I mean, he took off and said he wasn't feeling well. Then the weekend came, he passed away. It's crazy out here. But other than that, I've been staying out the way and, like you said, wash my hands every time I leave the house. I touch anything, I wash my hands, sanitizer, got it in the car, and I wear my mask when I go grocery shopping. So other than that, I've been staying out the way. Because it's serious out here. It's very serious.
It definitely is. Definitely is.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Griffin. It's good to see you today, Mr. Young.
Good to see you too.
Be short, but not because I don't care. I just needed to see y'all faces today to make sure everybody got to the new year safely. All right.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Griffin, what's next?
Your Honor, Mr. Young will be coming back on January the 20th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m.
All right. Did you get that, Ms. Young?
You said what now? The January what?
20th, January the 20th,
Oh, 20th. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
8:30 a.m.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
All right. Take care, Mr. Young.
Okay, you take care too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Let's go to Miss Milton. Miss Toya Milton. Good morning to you, Miss Milton.
Good morning, Judge Holmes.
Good morning. All right, case managers, let's do it.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Milton's case number is Z8081261. And Ms. Milton also has been with us since
Yes,
December
another
14th.
case, Mr. Yancey. One
Oh,
more.
Okay,
I have a Z800982.
Okay.
Okay, go right ahead. Ms. Milton, state your name for me. Ms. Milton, state your name.
Sorry about that. Toya Milton.
So yes, Your Honor, Ms. Milton, she's been with us since December 14th of 2021. She's currently going to All Wellbeing for her treatment services. And she's also going to JAMS for screening. Did check her screening. She is JAMS compliant. So she, as far as her sobriety, she had a good holiday season because her screenings were negative. So, so far she's doing well. She appears to be engaged in treatment and the screenings. I'm waiting for the assessment from All Wellbeing. And they've promised me that they'll get that to me. So currently all is well at this time.
All right, wonderful. All right, Miss Milton, tell me how you did during the holidays.
Well, I'm a bartender, so initially this was very hard. But I persevered through. It was good. It was good to wake up on the first in the right mind, in my sobriety. It was really good. I spent a lot of time with my family. I haven't been anywhere because of the spike of the COVID and everything. So I've just really just been practicing perseverance and being patient and just really sticking to my sobriety. So.
All right, very good, very good. New baby, right?
New baby, yeah. He had his, I guess you could say his real first Christmas because he kind of got a chance to open up the gifts and stuff. Really enjoyed it, had a great Christmas. His dad was here too, so it was really good. It was really good just to be around family.
All right, very good. Anything you need us to help you with, Miss Milton?
Nothing at this time. No requests.
All right, very good. Mr. Yancey, what's next?
Your Honor, we want to see Miss Milton on Zoom again on January 20th of 2022 at 8:30.
All right, very good. Very good, Miss Milton. Good to see you. Glad you did well during the holidays. I will see you in a couple of weeks, okay?
All righty. See you on the 20th at 8:30. I hope you continue to take care of yourself and be well.
I will. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. All right. I have up next would be Mr. Maslin, and then I'm going to do Ms. Hess, and then I'm going to take just a quick couple of minutes to regroup. All right, let's go with Mr. Maslin.
Morning, Your Honor. Mr. Maslin is my client. His case numbers are SP 116-62312, U 59729921, and 2006-031201. And Mr. Maslin, please state your name.
Ryan Maslin.
All right, good morning, Mr. Maslin.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, Miss, let me hear from Miss Cleveland first.
Your Honor, Mr. Maslin, he is doing very, very well. He was recently promoted to phase 2. He's compliant with all your court orders. I believe he has good news to convey today that I discussed with him before. And I'm just waiting for progress reports from his therapist. Other than that, there's no issues with Mr. Maslin, and we're going to continue in the program requirements for phase 2.
All right, Mr. Maslin, what you want me to know today?
I got my driver's license back.
Yeah. Wonderful.
As a matter of fact, I did exactly what you specified. I asked for my driver's license back. They said, give us a few minutes. We got to do some stuff on the computer, blah, blah, blah. I paid my money. And then I turned around and I ran straight out that door.
Right.
There you go. You got a license. Don't ask any questions. They don't even need to know who I am. Just get the license and run. Oh, Mr.
Right.
would be so happy to hear this. Mr. Fikens, make sure he knows about it.
I will. I know he will be happy about it.
Yes, congratulations to you. Congratulations. How did you do during the holidays? You driving legal? How'd you do?
Yeah, no, it's really good. It's been good. We didn't do much for the holidays, so that was pretty easy. Just stayed home. But I will say that it's nice to be there and to be present for the holidays. I kind of missed quite a few of them in my drug use and stuff. So it was really nice to actually be there and to have some money in my pocket to buy presents for my loved ones and stuff, which I hadn't been able to do for a few years because I spent all my money on drugs. So it's been really good getting my life back.
Very good. Very good. Anything you struggled with, anything you need us to help you with?
My only question is, I did talk to Ms. Cleveland about the possibility of switching my screens to twice a week, and she said we could maybe do that today.
Okay. Well, Ms. Cleveland.
Yes, Your Honor. He has been compliant with all of his screens. He's been screening 3 times a week since the beginning of the program. And I am recommending that he have a reduction as an incentive to 2 times weekly testing randomly.
All right. Any objection from any of the team members?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. So this is what I'll do. I'll grant Ms. Cleveland's request, Mr. Maslin, because you have done so well. You've not missed any tests. You've shown up, you've been negative, you're working your program. And so what's going to happen is I'll reduce it to 2 times weekly, but I need you to call every day because
I do.
To Ms. Cleveland, I want Mr. Maslin to test today. And so your color will drop. I'm not saying I will do that or how often I will do it. So, but for now, you'll be down to 2 weeks, 2 times per week testing, okay?
Okay, yeah, that won't be a problem because I've been calling every day since I've started the program. So that's just part of my routine. Wake up call.
There you go. Very good. I'm glad you had a good Christmas. I'm glad you realized that your substance use takes you away from the things that you want to remember for a lifetime. Memories, right? Family.
Absolutely. That's what it's all about. That's the core of the whole thing.
Yeah. So continue to do well, Mr. Maslin. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. And I hope you feel better soon. You're not your normal self today, and I can tell. I enjoy you better when you're your normal self.
Yeah, I will get there. I hope by next week, but I hope by tomorrow. I'm gonna be real tomorrow, and so I'll get there. All right, Miss Cleveland, what's next for Mr. Maslin?
Your Honor, since he's in phase 2, he will be returning for a face-to-face, which is really a phone-to-phone, on January 27th, 2022 at 10:30 a.m.
Did you get that, Mr. Maslin?
Yeah, I'm gonna write that down right now. So that's January 27th at 10:30 a.m. for the face-to-face. Okay,
yes,
good
sir.
deal.
All right, very good. Take care of yourself. I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Judge Holmes.
Take care.
Okay.
Right, let's go to Ms. Hess before I take just a quick break. Before I go to Ms. Hess, Ms. Goldsmith, is Ms. Goldsmith a part of our program?
Yes, Your Honor, that's my case. She just came in. Yeah, she's new. This is our first review.
All right, very good. Okay, we'll get to you, Ms. Goldsmith. All right, let's go to Ms. Hess, and thank you, Ms. Goldsmith, for staying connected and a part of, because that's the way it's supposed to be. Thank you. All right, let's go to Ms. Hess.
Morning,
Yes,
Good morning, Ms. Hess. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
All right.
yes, Your Honor. Ms. Hess's case number is 806-7851.
Thank you. State your name, Ms. Hess.
Cassandra Hess.
All right, Ms. Hess, who looks like they've been around the cat today? Me or you?
You.
I know. I
Oh,
thought
I
about
ain't been
you.
around the cat today.
You haven't been around the cat today?
No, ma'am.
All right. I thought about you because you know you used to get flared up when that cat
The
was around.
allergies, right. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I know. You doing good, Miss Hess.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. I'm glad to see you today. I hope you did well during the holidays.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I feel like, I've been sober for over a year now, but it just feels good like on the holidays just to relax. And I'm so afraid of the COVID because I have really bad asthma. I've had been to urgent care like 5 times this past year just for my asthma alone. And it's not even, I never tested positive for COVID, but it's really scary. So it just feels good to just like New Year's and Christmas. I was by myself, with my cousin though on Christmas, and then just my boyfriend on New Year's, but no desire to drink or anything like that. And it's just about the COVID also. I just don't like the crowds of people. I just am worried about it, and I just keep that one little circle of people like my aunt and then the little kids, and that's about it. I don't really go around crowds of people. I never was like that anyway, but especially because of the COVID. So I spent it safely and peacefully.
Very good. I'm very proud of you, Miss Hess. You're doing very well in the program. You are.
Thank you.
All
Yeah, I
right.
have no desire. I don't miss the hangovers or anything like that. I have no desire to get a buzz anymore.
There you go. I love it. I love it. All right, Mr. Yancey.
yes, Your Honor. Ms. Hess, she's doing as well as she states. She's still at all well-being, but she has technically completed intensive inpatient and intensive outpatient and regular outpatient treatment, but she continues to go to all well-being just for maintenance for herself. Her screenings have been all negative. She owes a small balance with the court, and she is getting ready to start a new job pretty soon. I would say within the next couple of weeks. So everything is really looking up for Miss Hess, and she's doing very well.
Right, Mr. Yancey, tell me what's next for Miss Hess.
So what's next for her is, Your Honor, she is going to have a face-to-face on January 27th, 2022 at 10:30.
Good. Miss Hess, did you get that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I want you to hang in there, continue to do well, and we'll be connected in a couple of weeks, okay?
Okay, yes, ma'am. I hope you feel better, Judge Holmes.
I will. Thank you so much.
Okay.
All right. I need to just take a quick break, and then I need to come back with Manning, Mr. Manning, Mr. Taylor, and then Miss Goldsmith in that order. All right, give me just a second, please. All right, court is back in session. Are we ready? Let's
Yes,
go,
Your Honor.
Mr. Manning, please.
Your Honor, Mr. Manning's case number is Z8080701. And Mr. Manning, you should state your name. Thank you.
Javon Manning.
Good morning, Mr. Manning.
Good morning.
All right, Ms. Cleveland, update us, please.
Your Honor, Mr. Manning is compliant with the court's orders. He has been testing as ordered. We do have 1 or 2 pending results, but I think they're going to be in the computer system very soon. Mr. Manning has connected with DRP. He was having a little bit of a struggle with the 1-800 number, but he has finally gotten in touch with DRP, and he is scheduled for his intake process through their system. And they are going to help him and assist him with the 1-800 number to make sure that all of his therapies and his treatments are in compliance. So I am still waiting. He's just in the program 17 days. So Mr. Killing will make sure that he rushes the assessment to us as soon as he fulfills his appointment.
All right, sounds good. Sounds very good. All right, Mr. Manning, how did you do during the holiday?
The holidays was pretty good. Actually, Christmas Day is my birthday, so this
Oh,
was
happy
the first,
birthday.
thank you. This is the first birthday I spent sober in a long time. So I decided just to stay home so I wouldn't have no temptations or nothing. So I just stayed home and just watched sports and chill with my girlfriend for Christmas and New Year's.
And you were sober.
Yes, ma'am, I was.
Very good. Very good. Very proud of you, sir. We're going to make sure we get you aligned with your services so that by the time your birthday comes around next year, you will know how to have a good birthday without overindulging and making bad decisions. How about that?
Sound perfect.
Sounds perfect to me too. All right. Anything you have struggles with or issues with that you need the court or the team to address?
No, ma'am, not at this time. I actually I have to call Mr. Killing as soon as court is over. I have to call Mr. Killing so I can schedule an intake down at the he said I have to come and do an intake with him.
All right. I need you to get that done as soon as possible, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Immediately. All right. Very good. If nothing else, Ms. Cleveland, what's next for Mr. Manning?
Your Honor, he is scheduled, he's phase 1. So he will be scheduled for a Zoom review hearing on January 20th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m.
All right. Very good. All right, Mr. Manning, hang in there. Continue to work hard. I'm very proud of you. You did it for the holidays.
Okay.
That
You
means
get
you
well.
can do
You
it.
get
If
well.
you could do it, Mr. Manning, if you could do it through the holidays, Christmas, New Year, your birthday, then I know you can do it for a lifetime.
Yeah, I mean it was pretty easy so far. I guess due to COVID, I don't want to catch COVID, so I ain't got no problem with sitting in the house.
Yeah, you don't want to catch COVID. You definitely don't. All right, hang in there. Good to see you, sir. We'll see you in a couple of weeks, okay?
Yes, ma'am. I'll see you on the 20th.
All right, take care.
All right, you too.
All right, let's go to Mr. Taylor.
Hey, how you doing, Your Honor?
Good morning, Mr. Taylor. I've had some better days, but I won't complain.
I
Here.
see.
I'm still here. I'm still here. All right, you doing okay, Mr. Taylor?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Bless. God bless. I'm doing fine.
Yes, you are. All right. All right, Mr. Yancey.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Taylor's case number is 200-452-6701.
All right. State your name, Mr. Taylor.
Eric Taylor.
All right.
So yes, Your Honor, Mr. Taylor, he's been with us since November 18th of 2021. He's currently at All Wellbeing with Miss Gaines as far as his outpatient treatment. That is going well. He has been screening. Those screenings have been negative, and he has even started, he might even have completed community service. The last I checked, he had 30 hours. He might have the 40 by now, but he did start the community service. So he's in really good shape for phase one because he's a little bit ahead. So we appreciate that.
All right, very good, very good. Thank you, Mr. Yancey. Mr. Taylor, tell me how you did for the holidays.
You know, I did fine. You know, I had my boys to come up here, which let you know, and then his mom's passed away 2 days before Christmas. So, you know, so our holiday, we had to make the best of it. But other words, you know, I've been working the program, you know, and doing all my screening, you know what I mean? And just, you know, just trying to cope with things.
I'm sorry to hear about your son's mother.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, no issues, nothing you need us to help you with?
No, not at the moment, Judge.
All right, just know that we're still here. If you need assistance, reach out, okay?
I sure would. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, you are in compliance. My condolences to your son and your family. And continue to make good choices, Mr. Taylor. You're doing a good job, okay?
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Yancey, what's next?
Your Honor, Mr. Taylor's next date, it'll be January 20th of 2022 on Zoom at 8:30. Yeah, I do.
All right, did you get that, Mr. Taylor?
Yes, I did.
All right, well, it's good to see you. Continue to work hard, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks, okay?
You too, Judge. Get well, please. Get well.
I will.
We got a lot to talk about. Get well.
We do, and I don't want to miss any of it, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Judge, can Mr. Yancey, Mr. Fikens, and Mr. Smith go into a breakout room?
Yes. Ms. Wilson, can you facilitate that, please? And then I'm going to Ms. Goldsmith. Ms. Goldsmith, who has Ms. Goldsmith's case?
Your Honor, that's my case, and I will this is Portia Smith. Ms. Smith, case number is 21056545-01. Ms. Goldsmith, can you state your name?
Portia Goldsmith.
All right, good morning.
Your Honor, this is her first review with you, just to remind you of who she is. She had to serve the first 60 days in jail. So she signed her contract with us on December 21st. So this is her first review. She hit the ground running. As soon as she got out, everything I told her that she needed to do, she has done it. She has been testing, no problems with testing. She was going through the 1-800 number, but she has private insurance. So she actually has an appointment through her private insurance on tomorrow also, tomorrow afternoon. So I will follow up with you on that outpatient treatment appointment. But like I said, from the first day I met her when she was released from jail, just a pleasant attitude. She's been paying attention all day today. She's been on watching what's going on. So that's a good thing. But she seems to be committed to her sobriety. So she's off to a good start. Anytime she had any questions, like over the holidays or anything, she contacted me and things like that. So I look forward to working with you, Ms. Goldsmith. And but other than that, Your Honor, she's doing well.
All right, very good. Thank you, Mr. Griffin. Ms. Goldsmith, you know I want to know, how's your daughter?
She's good. She was excited about me coming home. So now anytime she see me move, she be like, "You leaving?" I'll be like,
yes. Yes. And so she's excited you're home, and we want to keep you home, right?
Yes.
All right. So what have you been doing during the holidays to work on you?
I was home. Normally every Christmas Eve, my brothers and my little cousin would spend the night with us. That's been tradition since my daughter has been here. So Christmas Eve, we play games. Christmas Day, normally I go see my grandmother, but since COVID, she hasn't been doing a big Christmas dinner. So I offered to cook this year, and she came over here. So we kept it immediate. Bless you. we kept it immediate, and I cooked for Christmas. So I spent half the day in the kitchen. But we all stayed here. We ate, we watched movies, we talked, enjoyed each other's company. So that was a good thing. I was actually very, very happy to be home for Christmas.
Very good. And it sounds like you had a wonderful Christmas, Miss Goldsmith.
Yes.
All right. Very good.
And we got a new puppy.
Oh, y'all and these new puppies. Okay, I got somebody else in the program got a new puppy, and she came on yesterday and said the puppy had boo-booed all over the place. And said these optional booties that get the boo-boo everywhere. I don't do optional, only mandatories. So hang in there, Miss Goldsmith. How's it working out with the new puppy?
So far, so good. She's teething. So she really hasn't been trying to chew on much, but when we're playing with her and rubbing with her, she will try to like gnaw on your fingers. So we did get her a teething toy, but her teeth are very small. So you can tell like when they're irritating her, just like with the newborn, they have to have their type of Orajel teething toys and things to soothe their teething.
All right, Miss Goldsmith, y'all go ahead and do that. All right, you do that. All right, I know your daughter is excited about the new puppy.
Yes.
Yes, with the things we do for our kids. Our kids are grown and we still have the residual dog that they have had. Yeah, they've been having dogs since they was not in my house, but they have a dog. And so we still have the dog. We don't have them, but somehow we have the dog.
Still have the dog.
So, okay, nobody wanted to take the dog with them, but all right. And so hang in there, Miss Goldsmith. I'm glad you did well during the holidays. Are you having any challenges with working the program at all?
No challenges. And like Mr. Griffin said, every time I've reached out to him, he's responded. We have had great communication these first couple of weeks. So I am excited about pressing forward through the program.
All right. And you have such a good attitude. That's going to take you places just in life in general. I want to tell you that. You're young. Sometimes people don't know how much their attitudes really affect their latitude in life. It does affect how high you go in life. And so you can be smart and bad attitude and go nowhere. And you can be average, great attitude and go places you never imagined. So, yeah. You keep up that good attitude. I like that. Definitely.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Griffin, what's next?
Your Honor, Ms. Goldsmith will be coming back on January the 20th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. And I have an update for you on the outpatient treatment.
All right, wonderful. Hang in there, Ms. Goldsmith. I will see you in a couple of weeks, okay?
Okay. Feel better.
Thank you. I will. I certainly will. Thank you. All right. Let's keep going. I'm going to go to Ms. Hoffman. And then after Ms. Hoffman, I don't see, I don't know if there are folks that are in the waiting room. Miss Wilson, I want to resolve those waiting room people before I go for my 10:30 appointment. It's only going to be a few minutes, but I'd like to get those resolved. I need a prosecutor for Mr. Hannah. So Miss Mack, if you could reach out to Miss Walker's office, I do need a prosecutor.
Okay, Judge, will do.
Your Honor, I have Ms. Hoffman, if you're ready for me to read the case numbers. Ms. Hoffman's case numbers are Z807-3211 and Z808-1061. Ms. Hoffman, please read your name for the record.
Holly Hoffman.
Good morning, Ms. Hoffman.
Good morning.
You look totally different this morning. Is everything okay with you?
No, I'm not feeling good. Me and you are in the same boat.
Uh-oh. All right. You're doing everything you're supposed to do to keep those babies safe?
Yep.
All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. All right, Ms. Hoffman, I'm really counting on you to do the right thing during this time, okay?
Yeah.
And so I will tell you, and I've said this before to some other individuals, so I'm not just singling you out. If you do something during this time where you can't be out to test, it's going to be hard to put it down when it's time to test. Okay? Because if you could just stop, we wouldn't have an issue, right?
Right.
So I want you to just keep that in mind and do the right thing. Okay? Do the right thing for you and for your kids, and so you can be home with your kids. All right? All right. You taking good care of yourself, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. I mean, you look totally different today. I guess I do too, huh? That's what the pot trying to call the kettle black, right? I look totally different today too. All right. Let's go, Miss Cleveland. Let's do it.
Your Honor, Ms. Hoffman, I'd like to report that Ms. Hoffman is doing very, very well with her compliance as far as the screening. They have all been negative. She is wearing her device. So everything has been negative. We have not received an alert on her device. I am very, very pleased. I want to say Happy New Year, because this is a total 360 from what was going on before, and we need her to keep that momentum going for herself, for her family. And I do want her to take care of herself. She was actually on her way to Jams this morning, and I had to tell her to turn around because of her, the protocols that we have to follow. I have to have a negative screen before, the testing can resume. But luckily she does have her device, so that's going to be very helpful. The other thing is this, Your Honor, I did reach out to the guidance center, and I received a notification from them that on the 29th, they had closed Miss Hoffman's case. I know I have received a progress report from them previously on her in December. So I know she was in attendance, but I don't know. They would not share with me why they closed it. She might give some insight on that, but she has reconnected with them. That's at least once I talked to her about that, she has reconnected with them and is waiting for them to call her back regarding why they had closed her case. So, but I have received a progress report from them previously. So I know she might be limited on what she can say here, but but I think she should describe a little bit what's going on.
All right, Ms. Hoffman.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know if there was like a miscommunication, but I know Yolanda Bruce is supposed to call me today. So I figured if she doesn't call me within like the next half hour or so, I'll probably call her back and leave another message.
Yes, because you can't be finished with your treatment.
I have her. I think I have her direct number now, so I'll be able to like talk to her.
Okay.
Well, allow her to talk.
Yeah, let me finish. I want to encourage you that you've got to follow through, because I believe we've had some breakthroughs and I want to continue. And so to stop abruptly right now, I think would be to your detriment. I know would be to your detriment. So Ms. Cleveland, let's make sure. All right, Mr. Muhammad, you're going to cover that mouth or something when you're going to yawn and all of that.
Sorry.
That's okay. All right. I want to make sure, Ms. Cleveland, we connect her back to treatment, back to services, because Ms. Hoffman has some work she needs to do. And I want her to get it done because she deserves it. And she deserves all the good things that are going to follow as a result of this work that she's going to do. All right, Ms. Hoffman?
Yeah.
All right, very good. You have done very well. I'm glad to hear no positive screens, no issues with the device, which lets me know that my theory was probably right, whether you admit it or not. My theory was in all likelihood correct. We've had hundreds of people come through this program. I'm gonna tell y'all out of sight, out of mind. Keep turning them cameras off. You get pushed further and further down at the end of our list. Ms. Hoffman, I've had hundreds of people come through this program. I've had only 3 that have tried to convince me that testing is wrong. And I have stood my ground. And I have jumped through 100 hoops. And on all three, my theory has been right. And so I need you to continue to work at it. I need you to continue. We can't help you if you're not going to be honest with me. I don't generally send people to jail for using, because that's what we're here for. We're here to help you with that. I will send you to jail for lying to me, because I can't help you with being truthful. I don't have a remedy for that. They haven't wrote it in the book. NADCP has not published it. I don't have an answer for that other than the Wayne County Jail. And so I need you to know, as long as you're honest with me, I'm going to help you. I'm going to jump through 1,000 hoops to help you. You lied to me, I'm going to jump through one, and it's called the Wayne County Jail. And that's the only hoop I'm going to jump through. And so I want to encourage you to keep going. Okay? Keep going. Keep doing what you're doing. I hope that you feel better. I hope that you take good care of yourself. Of your kids, I'm glad you made it through the holidays. That lets me know you can make it. You can do it. You did it through the holidays. That's the toughest time for people that are trying to stay on a path of recovery or get on a path of recovery. The holidays are brutal, and you did it. So that lets me know you have the ability to do it. Okay? I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Cleveland. What's next for Ms. Hoffman, other than you all are going to reconnect and make sure she gets in the appropriate services?
Yes, Your Honor. She is in phase one, still in phase one. It is 196 days, but we're making good progress and we're going to continue on that. So her next court date would be January 20th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom.
All right, January 20th. Did you get that, Ms. Hoffman?
Yeah, that's my birthday.
Oh, that's your birthday. All right. Well, we'll see you on your birthday, okay?
I'll be here.
All right. Do well. And I'm very proud of you, Ms. Hoffman.
Thank you so much. Feel better.
Thank you. I will. I will. All right. Mr. Rosenthal, good morning to you. Thank you for joining us. Are you
Good morning, Your Honor.
Are you joining us to do the case where I have some concerns?
Which case would that be, Your Honor? I got a call. I was in 333, so sorry about the delay.
Oh,
But
no,
what
no.
case do you?
This
What
is
case?
for a sanction hearing. This is for a sanction hearing for our specialty court program.
Okay. Would you like me to come down, Your Honor?
No, however you want to do it is good with me. I don't know if you've had an opportunity to speak with the case manager. I would like you to do that before
Okay.
we do the hearing. And so I'd like to keep going. I'm going to go to my intakes at this time. Mr. Reed, Mr. Ficus, I'm going to ask you all and case managers to bear with me. I'm going to do it a little bit differently. And if I make a mess, I'm going to apologize like Mr. Reed up front and ask that you all forgive me. But what I'm going to do is for all three of the intakes, I had three of them. I wrote those names down. I had Mr. Brown. Is Mr. Brown on my docket? He is on my docket. That's case number Z8082201. I also had Mr. Kareem Muhammad, and he has several cases. I'll read those into the record before we get started. And then I have Mr. Naraki. And what I'm going to do for those individuals, I'm going to start off, Mr. Brown. Let me have you state your name for the record.
Kevin Brown.
All right, Mr. Brown, you're in our virtual courtroom, which airs live by way of YouTube. Do you agree to have your case in our virtual courtroom on today?
Yes.
All right, thank you, Mr. Brown. And then Mr. Muhammad, I'm going to have you state
Kareem
your full
Muhammad.
name for the record. All right, good morning to you, Mr. Muhammad. And you are also in our virtual courtroom. Do you agree to have your case streamed live in our virtual courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. And then Mr. Naraki, if you could unmute and state your name.
Christopher Naraki.
All right, thank you, Mr. Naraki. And do you agree to have your case streamed live as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, wonderful. For all three of you, you're going to be presented on today. There's some general information that I want to share with you. I'm glad that you have made the decision to come and be a part of our specialty court. This is, I need you to have your camera on. This is not your usual probation. This is probably going to be probation like you've never seen it before, because you're going to spend a lot of time with us. We're going to spend a lot of time with you, and there are several things that you're going to have to do. The wonderful thing about this probation is that you're going to be assigned a case manager who will walk you through the process, who will answer your questions, a case manager that's connected to me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week if there's an issue. And so we are going to be here to help you to succeed, to make sure that you are able to work this program. One of the things that I am going to stress in this program coming out the gate is that your honesty will always go a long way for me. Your honesty, what does that mean? If there is an issue, if there's a problem, if you've fallen off, I need you to tell me. Tell your case manager. I'm not interested in punishing you for falling off because you're battling with the use of some type of substance. That's what we're here for. We're supposed to be good at what we do. What I can't do is, and you heard me say it earlier, is that I don't have a remedy if you're not being truthful with me. And when you're not truthful with me, you impede my ability to do my job. And I try to do my job well. The team, they do an exceptional job. So when you're not honest, the team can't do their job. And that's where you're going to have a problem with me, because I know I have an outstanding team, and anybody that stands in their way, that's going to create a real problem for me. So always be honest if there's an issue. While you're with us in problem solving court, you're not just here to address the substance use, but you are also here to address any other underlying issues that you may have, whether it's employment, whether it's dealing with children, whether it's housing, whether it's the need for food, clothing, shelter, whatever it is. But you have to open up and let us know, because that's the only way we can help you. As a part of this program, testing is mandatory. It is mandatory. You must test. You must call for your testing every single day. Don't try to count tests. Don't try to fudge tests. Don't try to get away with it, because it will catch up with you. Even if you get away with it a couple of times, it will ultimately catch up with you. And so you must get up and test. That it is a fundamental part of this program. You must do it. The other fundamental part of this program is that treatment. You must attend your treatment and not just be there. You have to engage. You have to engage. We want you to figure out with your counselor, with your therapist, how'd you get to us? What are some underlying concerns so that we can address them? And I say we, so that the therapist can address them. May not be able to fix them, but hopefully can give you some tools so that when you face challenges going forward in life, you won't make decisions that will land you in the criminal justice system. And so that is very important. The order that you went through with your attorneys, and I'll ask you about whether or not you were pleased with your attorney answering your questions. Those are the orders, and they can be altered at any time at my discretion. You will be informed if they are altered, because when we see things, when we notice things, we are going to make adjustments. And so I just want you to know that coming out of the gate, that I can change that order. With that, I'm going to start with Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown, are you satisfied that you spoke with your attorney and that he answered all of your questions?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Brown, based on what you've heard from the case manager that spent time with you, assessing you, as well as the attorney, do you have any questions for me or for the team?
No, ma'am. I did want to I was trying to find some outpatient places.
All right. So what's going to happen is your case manager is going to work with you on making that happen immediately, okay? I thank you for already being ahead of the game, because this is your life, right? And someday you're not going to have the court. And so you're gonna have to make some moves that are good for you. So thank you for taking that initiative. But your case manager will connect with you today and get you on track with getting that done, okay?
Okay.
All right, very good. No questions. And you admit, Mr. Brown, that you're having some issues with substance use. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Brown. That means you're on track to work this program and do a good job. Let me go to Mr. Muhammad. Mr. Muhammad, you had the opportunity to speak with an attorney. Are you satisfied that the attorney you spoke with answered all of your questions?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Do you have any additional questions for myself or for the team on this morning?
Nope, I think I'm good.
Good. All right, Mr. Muhammad. And so do you admit and understand that you also have an issue with substance use?
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Muhammad. I appreciate you wanting to be here and to work the program. Let me go to Mr. Narwicki, Mr. Narwaki. All right, I'm gonna get it together. Mr. Narwaki, you've had an opportunity to speak with an attorney. Are you satisfied that the attorney answered all of your questions?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Do you have any questions for the court or for the team on this morning?
No, not at this time.
All right, and do you admit, Mr. Naraki, that you also have an issue with substance use?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Naraki. I appreciate all three of you being honest, all three of you being willing to work with us in the program. I'm going to now turn to the attorneys, Mr. Reed and Mr. Fikens. Both of you have had the opportunity to speak with each one of the defendants. Well, each of you have spoken to at least one of the defendants. I believe one of you spoke with two of them. Did you go through with your client and explain to them the court's order, what will become my order? Also explain to them the benefits of working the program, the consequences of not working the program, and did you determine whether or not your client is eligible to participate in specialty court pursuant to Michigan law? Mr. Reed, I'll start with you.
Thank you, Judge. Yes, I did have the opportunity to talk to Mr. Mohammed and Mr. Naraki. We went over the court's orders. We indicated also that the court has the ability to amend, to change, to delete that order. We also talked about the benefits. They both have drinking and driving cases. They cannot be dismissed, but they can be closed with improvement. We also talked about consequences, carry up to 93 days in the county jail if they're unsuccessful. That's a possibility. Judge, both of these gentlemen are eligible for participation in drug treatment court under Michigan law. I would recommend their participation. Also, Judge, this is the first time drinking and driving offense for Mr. Naraki and for Mr. Mohammed. They had valid driver's license when this incidents occurred. I would ask the court if I could take a look at an SOS for both gentlemen to make sure that their licenses are still valid. There may be some restrictions, but I believe they still have valid Michigan driver's license, subject to 90-day restrictions from the Secretary of State. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. And Ms. Mack, if you could make that happen for Mr. Reed with the Secretary of State records, I'd appreciate it. Mr. Fikens.
Thank you, Your Honor. I did have the opportunity, and I thank this court for that opportunity to speak with Mr. Brown. As was stated by Mr. Reed, I too went over the contract with him. We talked about the consequences. We talked about.
Oh, Ms. Walker, mute yourself for me. All right, go ahead.
So he was aware of that, Judge. He was aware that the contract can be amended at any time. We talked as well about driver's license. This is also his first offense. So I would ask Ms. Mack if she could forward on to me a copy of his SOS so that we might review it to see when, if and when that that might be able to, that license might be able to be returned to him. He tells me he has some other matters elsewhere, and maybe we can help him with that. And I pledged to him that we would do whatever we could to help him with other matters in other jurisdictions, although that was limited. If he understands that, Judge, he did admit to me that he has a problem He does want to seek help for that problem. He also was motivated enough. He asked me what he asked you. He wanted to find out, where can I go to get treatment? And when someone shows that kind of initiative, I always appreciate that, Judge. So I certainly recommend him for acceptance into the program.
All right, very good. For the case managers who interviewed each one of the individuals that are being presented on today, what I need to know from you all is whether or not any of them have been, or if they are violent offenders, and whether or not they are a substantial risk to the public. Mr. Yancey, I'll start with you.
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, regarding all three of the defendants, none of them are violent offenders, and according to all the records we have, none of them are a substantial risk to the public. Your Honor, it's incredibly possible that I'll be the case manager for all three of these gentlemen.
All right, very good. Thank you, Mr. Yancey. I have deviated from what we usually do for intake, but for today's purposes, thank you all for bearing with me. Look, gentlemen, I am going to get to know you. Usually they give me more information on the record. I'm going to get to know you. I am trying to just get to the end of my docket today, I'm hoping. And so thank you. You all have been here. You've observed a little bit of how we operate, what we do. And so I am accepting you into our specialty court. What I will do is, Mr. Yancey, I'd like to give them the original 2 weeks to get in compliance, to do all the things they need to do, legwork as to their treatment and things of that nature, and bring them back in 2 weeks. And then at that time, we'll get some information, the usual information that I get from them during the intake process. Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, any objection to that?
No objections, Judge. No, thank you.
All right. All right. And so with that, what would be the return to court date? Let me place the case numbers on the record. I have for Mr. Brown, ZA082201. What would be Mr. Brown's return to court date?
Your Honor, that'll be January 20th, 2022 at 8:30.
Wonderful, thank you. And then for Mr. Kareem Muhammad, case number Z8082901, SP 1182248, counts 1 and 2, and case number SP 1182247, 7, counts 1 and 2. What would be the return to court date?
Your Honor, that'll also be January 20th, 2022 at 8:30, Your Honor.
All right, and then for Mr. Naraki, somebody read his case number for me.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Naraki's case number is 200-455-4001. And Your Honor, he will also, if you allow, will be coming back on January 20th, 2022 at 8:30.
All right, that works for me. Thank you. All right, gentlemen, if no other questions, thank you for your patience this morning. I will see you in 2 weeks.
Okay,
all right,
thank you, Your Honor.
You'll get the real Judge Holmes.
And if I could, Your Honor, Mr. Brown, I'll get you some information about your request. If you can give me about an hour to complete court hearings, and I'll give you a call.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks.
Right. Thank you.
Judge, if I
Take care.
may,
Yes.
You too, Your Honor.
For Mr. Naraki, if he could send a message to Miss Wilson, we don't have his driver's license number. He needs to send a check to Miss Wilson to give to me, please.
All right. So Mr. Naraki, if you could find Miss Wilson in the lineup, please send her your driver's license. Or Mr. Fikens, Mr. Reed, why don't you all facilitate that, getting that license number? Or the case manager, I'm sorry. I'm all over the place.
I'll get that.
Get that, Mr. Yancey, and then we can get that SOS to the attorney. All right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Very good. So Mr.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, very good. Thank you, Mr. Naraki.
Thank you.
All right. I am ready to continue. I am going to do Mr. Pope, and then thank you, Mr. Muhammad. You all are free to leave.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Let's go to Mr. Pope, and then I will, Mr. Smith came on late. I'm gonna still do Mr. Smith's case. Yeah, you always coming on late, sir. This wasn't a good day to come late. All right, come on, Mr. Pope.
Your
Good
Honor,
morning. This is Jonathan Pope.
I'm going to
Can you
read
hear
the
me?
case number.
Hold on one second. Hold on. Everybody talking to me. Mute your phone if I haven't called your case. Mr. Smith, you want to say something smart. You better not. You better wait till your
No,
turn.
I didn't come on late. I supposed to came on at 9:30. I came on 8:50.
You did. I'm sorry. I'm not feeling good today. All right. He got me. Look at him. He's like, I got you, lady. Always running that mouth. I'm going to get you done before my appointment. All right, Mr. Smith, hang in there. All right, Mr. Pope, let's do it. Mr. Pope, you're not over there in no bathrobe, are you?
Oh man, we in the same boat, Your Honor. I ain't even. I was so waiting that you. I'm about to clink out any minute now. I was so hoping you hurry up and call me so I could get back to the rest.
Okay. Well, I gotta work now. Come on, you ain't gonna let a woman outwork you, right? Come on now, let me help you flex your man muscles. Don't let no woman outwork you. All right, Mr. Pope, we're gonna get you together. You don't look like you feel well today. All right. Let's do you real quick. Come on, read Mr. Pope's case number.
Okay, Your Honor. His case number is 200-4474-801. And Mr. Pope, please state your name for the record.
Jonathan Pope.
Your Honor, I'm going to report on Mr. Pope. He's doing very well. He's compliant with your court's orders, and we're not having any issues with him so far. He has been in phase 1 for several days, 161 days. We have not had an opportunity to staff his case. However, I would make the recommendation, because of his good progress, that he be moved to phase 2, because we have not had an issue with him, and thus far, since he's since for at least for the last 60 days. So if that's all right with Your Honor, I would like to make that recommendation for him today.
All right, any objection from any of the team members?
No objections, Judge. No objections.
Wonderful. Mr. Pope, I hope this makes you feel better. You going to phase 2 today. Come on, let's celebrate him. Yeah, Mr. Pope, it makes me feel better for you. All right, very good. Very good. All right, look, Mr. Pope, you did well during the holidays.
Yes, and that was so hard. Like you say, I had my Christmas. My birthday was on the 30th of December and New Year's. But I say it's all worked out. Like I say, I'm still here. Only thing I hate that this stuff done came out a little deeper, so I done messed around. Probably done got out here and called it COVID. I don't know yet because I don't go for testing till Tuesday. But I just been quarantining anyway, just because I already can feel it in myself. I know the symptoms, so it's like I just been chilling. So trying to get my health back together first of all. But like I say, other than that, everything been rolling Costa Nostra. Everything been rolling good. God is great.
Judge, if I may, TCF is offering walk-in testing now, Mr. Pope. So if you don't want to wait till Tuesday to drive up at TCF, they'll test you and let you know right then. I did it yesterday.
Where we're at the Cobo Hall?
Yes. They started it yesterday. You can drive up, no appointments are needed.
Oh, all right, then I'll try that out. I'll probably look into that today then instead of Tuesday. You're right, because sooner is better than no.
There you go.
And you want to know, you definitely want to know what's going on, right?
Yes, but I won't be around the house and they keep calling it a common cold, but I'm like, nah, I don't think this is common.
There you go. There you go. All right. And so I'm glad you're doing well. I'm glad you got promoted. I want you to continue to take good care of yourself. And then I'll see you when am I going to see Mr. Pope? He's now phase 2.
Yes, Your Honor, it would be on January 27th, 2022 at 10:30 a.m. because I'll be doing a phone to phone with him.
All right, did you get that, Mr. Pope?
27 January.
Face to face with Miss Cleveland, okay?
Right. So instead of just logging in, I just call her phone.
Yes.
All right.
There you go. All right, Mr. Pope, good to see
All
you.
right. Hopefully we break this and get well. Drink a lot of tea, Your Honor. That's
I
what
am.
keep fluid up. All right. I got me one too.
All
You
right.
keep it up. Hopefully when we see each other, it'd be a better turn. Because I'm used to seeing both of them high cheekbones, not just one.
Oh,
goodbye, Mr. Pope. Well, that made me laugh today.
There you go. See, now at least got to see her one time. That's why I'm used to seeing you like that.
Bye, Mr. Pope. Goodbye.
All right.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Miss Parker, I see you. Come on. Let's do. I see you too. Obviously, he said I need to come on for that. All right. Let's do Mr. Smith real quick. I will tell you all, I have a telehealth at 10:30 that I have to do. It's only gonna be 5 minutes. They're gonna get all my money, but they gonna get 5 minutes. And so let's do it. Let's do Mr. Smith.
Yes, Your Honor, if I could start this off.
Yes, sir.
Yes, his case number is 200-559-5001.
Okay.
And Mr. Smith, can you state your full name for us?
Brandon Smith.
Yes. So, Your Honor, Mr. Smith, he had to go into a breakout room with us. Mr. Smith had been doing very well. We had some challenges with his screenings, even though he was making them. He was having transportation issues. I think we had figured that out the last time, but he did miss his last screening, which was actually yesterday. He reported that he had some things he was doing, and he was en route, but he knew he wasn't going to make the time, so he did miss yesterday. So we did want to report that. Prior to that, he was making screenings; they were negative. So myself and Attorney Fikens did talk to him, and we talked about the importance of making those screenings. If he wouldn't have missed the screening yesterday, I would have recommended that he be promoted to phase 3. So that is incredibly unfortunate. But I don't think it's anything that he can't make up for if the court is willing.
All right, Mr. Smith, did you hear that?
Unfortunately.
All right. The only reason you're not getting a sanction is because you've been doing what you're supposed to do as far as your testing, but you missed that one. I can't promote you on the heels of missing a screen. So I need you to stay on track. You have a good Christmas.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
All right, kids were pleased.
Yes.
All right, I know you bummed out about that phase 3, but you bummed yourself out. Get with Mr. Yancey and you all come up with a plan to make sure you can get to your testing going forward, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, no, what you saying? Was that a yes? I didn't hear you. All right.
Yeah.
All right, very good. All right, Mr. Smith. Any questions, anything for the rest of the team?
No,
yeah.
All right, Mr. Yancey.
So yes, Your Honor, he's still in phase 2. We're going to have him come back January 27th. Now, that would be a face-to-face. If he's made all his screenings, then I want to let him come on Zoom because that'll be 3 weeks of no missed screenings, and then I'll see if the court would revisit his phase promotion.
I certainly will. Do you hear that, Mr. Smith?
Yes.
All right, so if you do what you're supposed to do, even though you're having a face-to-face, you all will pop on and we will make, Mr. Yancey will make the recommendation to promote you, okay?
Oh.
All right, very good. Be well. I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Thank
You
you,
be
Your
a
Honor.
saint. Take care.
Okay, thank you. All right, let's keep going. We can start with Mr. Hannah. Because I saw Ms. Walker, Ms. Rosenthal, and I think Officer E is on as well. Are we ready? But I may have to stop in the middle. I have 9 minutes. I don't know if they'll come on right at 10:30, but I'll have to stop for about 15 minutes. So if you all want to just wait to start, it's up to you.
We can start right now, Judge, and go as far as we can. That'd be fine.
Let's do it. All right, wonderful. Ms. Cleveland, would you please read those case numbers into the record for me?
Yes, Your Honor. The case numbers are U56309620, U56309920, U56313120, U56313420, U56136120, U56314120, U56314920, U56315020, U57584020, U57599320, and U58117920. For Cody Hannah, Your Honor, please state your name, sir.
Cody Hannah.
All right, for the people, thank you and good morning, Mr. Hannah.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Shannon Walker, P53794 on behalf of the people.
And then the Officer E.
Yes, good morning. Detroit Police Officer Steve Angerbretson, badge 60.
Thank you. And then who's going to serve as counsel for Mr. Hannah on this morning?
I will Judge Robert Fikens on behalf of Mr. Hannah.
All right, Ms. Cleveland, where are we starting?
Your Honor, we would like to inform the court that Mr. Hannah has come to court and has had his testing samples sent over to JAMS, who in turn sent them to Cordant for verification based on his past statements on whether or not the samples were correct with the results. I did have one sample come back. That sample was dated for December 3rd. That was the date of the drop. It did come back as positive for a substance that was something that was initially positive, but it was confirmed and verified as being positive in that sample, Your Honor. I did have a conversation. Well, first I want to say that based on the pending test results, Your Honor ordered Mr. Hannah to go into transitional housing, which he did do. I think that was December 22nd, 2021, to Lake Ridge Village, as well as you also ordered him to start his treatment protocols based on some of the other things that he has to have addressed at Pop-Off. He has been compliant with those court's orders. He remains at Lake Ridge Village even today. I believe that's where he is now. I'm not for sure if he's working or at Lake Ridge Village. I know that he has at least had one appointment at Pop-Off. He is updating me based on when he has to see them again and what the services are. And I am waiting for a pending, progress on an update from them regarding his interactions with them or his compliance with the court's order. Your Honor, I had a conversation with him. He was prepared to talk to his counselor today, his defense counsel. I believe they had a conversation, and I'm waiting to see what the results or the discussion was regarding that.
All right, thank you. And so, Ms. Cleveland, so the record is clear. The test that we've been waiting on for confirmation came back positive for the substance that was originally found in his system. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Mr. Fikens, I'll go to you.
Thank you, Judge. We thank you for the opportunity of speaking with Mr. Hannah. I'm not going to belabor this court with the long history that we've had with Mr. Hanna. Of course, it's disappointing. It feels, I feel like, you know, he gets himself well enough and then starts back on a bad road. And I wish, and I told him today, he needs to be stubborn about getting on that bad road, and he needs to correct that course, because it's right now not being corrected. I'm glad he's in Lake Ridge. I think he's getting benefit from that. We talked about, you know, a person has an ability to get drugs just about anywhere in this world at any time if they put their mind to it. So he's got to be stubborn about that. I know he's contrite in this. I think he got caught up in whether it's cocaine or heroin. That's just doesn't mean a thing to me as to what substance it is. It's that a person is going back to a substance, and he does admit that he did that. And he's got to break that chain, and I'm frustrated because I hope he can do that. I want him on the right path. I think he can get on the right path. I'm glad that he is in Lake Ridge. I think he's in a safe place. I would recommend at this point in time that he be maintained in Lake Ridge, that whatever testing needs to be done to as often as needs be to make sure that he stays on the correct path. I'm all in favor for and would recommend such. I think he's got to be honest with himself first and know that he has to make that commitment and keep making that commitment every single day. I don't know what else to say, Judge. He certainly admits to use. He admitted it to me. We got to get him on the right path, and he's got to be the one willing to do it, not just us. Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. Before I hear from the prosecutor or from Officer E, Mr. Hanna, I want to hear from you because you have 30 days of jail time that was held in advance. We have jumped through a number of hoops with respect to you and your testing and your test results saying one thing and you're being adamant about the fact that you were not using and that everybody's got it wrong. Jams has it wrong. Chaz has it wrong. Everybody has it wrong because Cody's not using. I was very clear with you that I needed you to be honest with me. I was not interested in punishing you for your use because that's what we're here for. We're here to help you. But I will not deal with you not being truthful. And so you have 30 days of jail time in advance. That was my last, I believe, Miss Cleveland, you can correct me in DCMIS. That was my last sanction for Mr. Hanna back in December, all the way at the beginning of December, where he's had a whole month to come and say, Judge, I'm having an issue. Instead of making us spend all of this money and all of this time trying to figure out how do we help Cody Hanna? And you've been our biggest obstacle. So I want to hear from you because as far as I'm concerned, you went to jail for 30 days. That's where I am. That is where I am, Mr. Hanna. Not because you use. No, I can help you with the use. I can help you with the use. Look, my heart goes out to you. Addiction is a monster. And even the strongest sometimes don't survive it. That's not my issue. I'm here to help you. When you use, I'm not going to punish you. I look at us. What are we not doing? What did we miss? What can we fix? What can we perfect? But when you just come into court over and over again and look in my face and lie to me about your use and cost us money and cost us time and cost us resources, we've fallen out with everybody over Cody Hanna because we believe you. I'm telling you, this is where I am. So I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you.
Your Honor, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Your Honor, I want to start by apologizing for not being truthful with the court for the first time. And lying to you, Your Honor. Every other time I've used, I've been honest about it. I don't know if it was my pride or if it was, I don't know what it was, maybe being embarrassed, or I don't know. Every other time I've used, I've been honest with you when you asked me, Your Honor, and I'm not gonna sit here and make excuses. I don't want to be sent to jail. I did use, Your Honor. And this is me being honest. I don't know where the cocaine's coming from. I did use opiates, but I did not. I don't know if it was mixed in there or if it was. I don't know. I'm
Clearly it
being
was.
honest.
Clearly it was, Mr. Hannah. It showed up.
I know, and I told Miss Cleveland that yes, we had a long talk. It was yesterday or the day before, and I was honest with her, and I don't know why I wasn't honest the first time about it, Your Honor. Every other time you've asked me, and I don't want to make excuses for why I didn't tell you the truth the first time when you had asked me. I don't want to be sent to jail. I'm at Lake Ridge. I'm doing everything that Tasi and has asked me to do, and with being here on the holidays, and I just had a lot of time to think, and I don't want to be dishonest to the court or waste your or anybody else's time anymore, Your Honor. And I'm apologizing for me not being honest and truthful when the first time that you asked me. I don't know if it was because I was nervous. I don't know if it was because my pride was in the way and I didn't want to be truthful about having a relapse or what, but I'm not trying to make any
You
excuses.
know that when you've been honest with me about your use, I've never sent you to jail.
I know, and I don't know.
Sent you to jail.
No, and I don't know why I didn't say something the first time it had came up or the first time you gave me an opportunity to be honest. I don't know if it was I'm not trying to make excuses for why I didn't say nothing, Your Honor. It was probably my pride or because I don't know. You know me, I've been struggling with this since you met me. I mean, I've did everything to turn my life around, and I don't know what it is, Your Honor. I don't know. It's not my job. I don't know why I get to this point every time to where I'm about to complete and then I just give it. I don't know what it is. Officer E knows me. I've turned my life completely around. I got all my documents back. I have a good job. I trying to start a family with my girlfriend, and I don't know what it is that gets me to this hump and to this point where I'm at this 6-7 month period of doing great, money saved up, and then I use. I don't know what it is.
Mr. Hannah, do you understand that part of what it is, I can't say all of what it is, part of what it is, and we find this often, is that when people get in the program, they get a couple of months under their belt of being clean and sober, and then they think they have all the answers. They know what they need. The reality is that when you have been out there using that, and this is the science shows, it takes 2 years before the brain even starts to heal. And that's why we don't do 6 months of sobriety and then, oh, we just cut you loose and you can just do what you want to do and go where you want to go and see who you want to see and have it your way. That's why we don't do that, because your brain is still getting on the mend. It hasn't even started mending from the abuse. And when you look at it, when you've been using for 3 years, 4 years, 6 months of sobriety is not going to cut it. You don't have the answers. And that's why we're here. And so part of why I need your honesty is so that when we see those signs of, okay, you're struggling, we can help you to stay on track. We can't do it when you're not honest with us.
Well, I know, and I don't know why I wasn't the first time. I don't know why I was dishonest the first time. I don't know why, but with the whole cocaine thing, that's not my drug of choice. I've struggled with opiates the whole time. If that was mixed in there, then that's the reason why.
Well, that's one of the woes of doing drugs. You don't know what you're getting.
And that doesn't excuse the fact of what I did. I'm just letting you know. And I don't know. I go this Monday for pop off to go. I'm stopping the Suboxone, the films, and I'm going to the shot. I don't know if that will be better for me with the cravings of opiates. I don't know. I don't know if it's like my cravings go back up after a certain amount of like recovery time. I don't know what it is. I really can't pinpoint it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know why I get to this certain point and then I want to like, and nothing traumatic or anything has set me off to do. I don't know what it is. I get to this point and then I stop, you know. I don't know if it's my therapy. Like I haven't been missing my therapy. I mean,
Well, you
I don't know.
bounced around a lot for therapy. Let me tell you some of the things that I've just seen, and I'm not a professional in the field. Lack of consistency. There has been no consistency with you. You go here. I don't like these people. They're not doing this. They're not doing that. So then somebody gives you a recommendation. You go there. Then you get to another place and something else is going on. And now you're missing in action. Oh, I'm working. My job is first. So I'm not going to my treatment. You have not been consistent, Cody Hannah. And that's an issue. When you are battling to get on a path of recovery, consistency is everything. May not seem like much, but it is. It's consistently going to your treatment, consistently doing your testing, consistently availing yourself of the tools that we're giving you through the programming. Consistency is everything, and that's not something I've seen in you. It's not. That job has become everything. And look, I'm all for men working. I believe every good man should have at least 2 jobs. You just should have to. So I'm good with that. But when you place a job before your sobriety, before your own good health, whether it's mental, physical, or beating an addiction, then that job is no good for you. It's just no good for you because you're not going to keep it for long anyways. Nobody's going to keep you on a job and say, well, it's okay for you to use every now and again, as long as you're showing up from work. It doesn't make sense. It's not going to happen. So you're going to lose that job eventually. The same thing with wanting to build a family. Nobody's going to want to build a family with you and say, well, it's okay for him to use every now and again. That just doesn't make sense. Not a good woman. No good woman's going to say that. And so you have not been consistent. And one of the things that you are going to do going forward is that you're going to do it my way. You're going to go to the services that I order you to go to. You are going to live in the place that I order you to live in to receive those services. And you are going to do it my way. And it's not going to be up for discussion. It's not. It's not. You get there, you don't like somebody, too bad. That's such as life. Do you know how many places I've been where I don't like somebody and I have to still deal with it because they have what I need to get better or to get to my next level? It's called life, sir. And we're going to do things differently. We just are. And so look, let me say this, as mad and as disappointed as I am happy that you are alive, because we have had folks that's not their story when they go back to use after they've been clean. I'm sure you know some people who that's not their story, where they've used and they didn't make it when they went back to get one more hit or one more time. So Cody Hannah, I'm glad that you're alive because you have a lot of good qualities. You're a good guy. You really are. And I want to see you beat this. But I'm telling you, I've got to deal with the fact that you were not truthful with me. And then we're going to get back on track. And I'm still on your team. And so are all the people that you see on this screen. We are still on your team. We are all still rooting for you. I want to hear from Ms. Walker and from Officer E. And I don't know when they're going to connect for my appointment. I'll let you all know, but go right ahead.
All right, Judge, just real briefly, Mr. Hannah, you know, without me even saying it, how disappointed I am. You and I talked in court 3 different times, and you had every opportunity to come clean with me and with everybody else. Like Judge said, we are all rooting for you. And one of our conversations that I had with you is you saw me ask for a lot of jail time for somebody that had a sanction. And you and I talked about that. And I told you that's what I do. And I told you sometimes while I do it, it's because we need to get somebody's attention. And I'm scared, Mr. Hannah, that we've held all these other jail times in abeyance and we don't have your attention. I mean, do we?
Yes, you do. I promise you, you do. I promise
I
you.
want to believe you, but you and I have talked. You have looked me in my face, in my eye. And I understand addiction. I understand the addiction can make you do things that you don't want to do as a person. And we get that and we understand that. But like the judge has said, until you're honest with us, we can't help you. So Judge, my recommendation, and Mr. Hanna, you're gonna like what I'm gonna say, but you're not gonna like what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna ask the judge to let you stay at Lake Ridge and not put you in jail, but I'm gonna ask her to add 30 more days jail onto your abeyance, which would mean if you screw up at Lake Ridge, if you screw up with your counseling, if you screw up again, it is 60 days in jail. And then I may ask for more on top of that. But I am willing to give Corey Hanna another chance because Corey Hanna is finally coming clean. But you need to understand addiction is a beast. And 6-7 months from now, you may want to use again. And you have to come to us and you have to say, hey, this is killing me. I'm craving. I have an urge. I need help. So that's what I'm going to ask the judge today is to add 30 days, but hold it in abeyance and give you a chance to do right this time. So Judge, that's my recommendation.
Right, thank you. Officer E, is there anything you want to add?
Just really briefly, Cody, you know I'm here for you. I've been here for you since the very, very beginning.
Yes, sir.
When you were in really rough shape, and I believed in you then, and I believe in you now. I know that you're hearing some negative things this morning, and I feel a little betrayed as well. When I was in court a couple weeks ago with you, you looked me right in the face. You had your hands up, and you're like, "Officer, I'm not using," and it was just you and I talking, and so I feel a little betrayed by that. I had a little more. I thought we respected each other more than that. But I'm not here to beat a dead horse. I'm just here to let you know that I don't care. Right? I do care that you slip up, but I'd rather know, and so we can help you. And if you want to come talk to me, you can call me. You have my number. You have other ways you can get a hold of me. We have before when we were meeting for coffee and just talking in the mornings. I've missed those, by the way. And I wouldn't mind doing it just to catch up. We don't have to talk about legal stuff. We don't talk about police stuff or issues. I mean, we can talk about what's going on in football, or if you just need a break from some things. We're all here for you, believe me. And I know you're probably dragging your tail in the mud right now, I'm sure. And you're embarrassed and you feel like you let people down, but listen, we deal with this on a daily basis, brother. And it's very concerning that we found cocaine in your test and you didn't even know it was in there. Like Judge Holmes alluded to, it's very, very scary when you're one hot shot away, as you've seen how many times out here. Remember Anthony, that you used to be with on a daily basis. And unfortunately, he's no longer with us. I lost a 23-year-old young man yesterday, and I found out this morning that it was because he had used some narcotics. And 24 hours ago, I was literally transporting him to the hospital in the backseat of my scout car. And he's no longer with us today.
I was with Anthony the night. I was with Anthony that night when you found him the next day.
I know.
He was my best friend, man.
And I don't like to bring that up, but it's hard on me. I can imagine how hard it is on you. I don't want you to become a statistic, Cody. I want you to be in the right category of Cody Hanna made it. And we know you can do it. You know you can do it. You were in teaching me in the class with a bunch of other officers. We're here for you. I understand this has been a little bit of a negative visit this morning, but sometimes we got to play tough love, man. And we all want you to succeed. I'm scared to death that, I mean, I'm boots on the ground a little bit more than some other people on this call are. And they're cutting stuff out here with Lord knows what, right? And you know that it's you're rolling the dice, and to roll the dice with your life on the line is just really scary. You're worth too much, man. I mean, you're a smart guy, you're a good looking guy, you know how to speak. I mean, you just got too much going for you, man, and you've come too far to let that happen. So like Attorney Walker said, if you're having a hard time and you're like, man, this is killing me, I'm really, really, really ready to go use. I need a fix. Reach out, beg, borrow, plead for help before you do that, please. I really don't want to find you on the wrong end of this. I didn't really know this young man yesterday very well. I had contact with him a few times, but it's devastating. And I can imagine what the family feels and what his girlfriend's feeling. And I'll get off the soapbox, man. I just be truthful. It's the truth, as they say, will set you free. That's all we need. Just if you're truthful with us, we can help you. And the smoke clears eventually, brother. And it's just going to turn out really, really bad. We love you. I promise you I do. I'm here for you. I'd love to meet up for coffee again in the mornings if we can get back to doing some of that.
Yeah.
But I really had a kind of a rough morning. I know Judge had a rough morning a couple weeks ago. I'm having one of those moments myself and probably step away for a moment. But I don't want to put a deceased Cody Hanna in the back of my scout car, to be totally blunt with you, and rush you to the hospital. And then by the time these doctors get their hands on you, it's too late. It's a horrible scene, man. It truly is.
I know.
So we're here for you. Just be truthful with us. If you're having a hard time, I don't want to say if you relapse, it's okay, because it's not okay.
I know.
It's
I
not
know
the
what
end of the world. It's part of
I know.
recovery, and we all understand. But we're here for you. If you feel like you need to go use, call somebody. Anybody. Just please call somebody. I don't care who it is. Call somebody. Okay.
Well.
Okay, brother.
All right.
Thanks, Judge. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Your Honor.
Yes, Miss Cleveland.
I just want to make one more thing. I did send my recommendation to the court. My recommendation is not for jail time. In light of all of this stuff that I'm hearing from Mr. Hanna and from his attorney and from everyone else, I feel like part of what has also happened is he might not have gotten the good foundation of being honest with himself that he needs, that he can get through resources. So
One second, please.
okay, hold on just a minute, Mr. Hanna.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Make use of our time. I'm going to let the people in the waiting room in.
How you doing?
Hold on, everyone.
I'm in court right now.
Gentleman on the iPhone, what's your name? Gentleman in black.
Yes, ma'am. This is Officer Amarante with Detroit Police.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Anderson, I need you to take your hat off, please. Thank you. Mr. Boyd, do you need to talk to Mr. Rosenthal? City Attorney?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Mew, do you need to speak with the city attorney, please? Mr. Ruha?
Yes.
Okay, I'll put you all in the breakout room to speak with the city attorney.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Timothy Anderson, are you supposed to be here? Do you have a case number?
Officers, I'm going to put you in a breakout room also. So I need you to accept the invitation. So when the city attorney wants to speak to you, he'll come in there and speak to you.
Wi-Fi. You are using.
Attorneys, I'm going to put you in the breakout room. And when the city attorney comes, he's going to come in that breakout room. I sent him a message, but he hasn't responded. But the judge is on a break now, so we're trying to move the docket.
Right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello?
Hold on, Mr. Adams.
Okay.
I haven't seen any invitation for breakout room yet.
I haven't sent it yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm sending it.
Thank you.
Mute.
I'm me, right?
Stop the video if you want to be seen. Put on your video. Look, you got it.
Mr. Anderson, did you find a case number yet? Can't hear you. I can't hear you. You have to unmute.
I don't have no case numbers. I just have 2 traffic tickets. That's all I have. They got like the traffic numbers on there. They never sent me nothing in the mails. I'm in the ground.
So what judge is it before?
For Judge Holmes. I've been sitting in this courtroom since 9:30. The lady said that I called. I was just on the phone with the lady. I called twice the courthouse. The first time they didn't say nothing about it, and then I just called the second time. She said I supposed to went to court yesterday or something like that. But my paperwork I got for the 6th for today at 9:30. That's what they told me when they rescheduled my court the last time.
Hold on.
I found it, Selena.
Okay.
Your middle name, Daniel?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I found it. You want me to give you the case number?
Me? Yeah.
So he should have been here yesterday, so it's in pending status.
Okay.
It's in pending status. He had a court date for the 5th.
Gotcha.
Driver one license suspended. It's a SP 11989701.
Tell them your license isn't suspended.
And my license is not suspended. It never been suspended.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, we got you.
We got you. Just hold on.
Is that the only ticket, Brian?
He have a lot of warrants. He got like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like 5 cases that's in warrant status. And 1 pending.
Is that the only one pending, the one you just read?
Yeah, that's the only one that's pending, the SP 11989701. And let me check and see if these other ones are Judge Holmes also. Yeah, they
Probably.
Judge Holmes too. They warrant status. Let me see where they come back from. They were earlier this year that he didn't show up. But they seem like they all in front of Judge Holmes, but it's like 1, 2, 3, 5 warrant cases and 1 pending case.
Okay, so we probably should try to get a deal on all 6 of them. Mr. Anderson, my name is Rob Fikens. I'm one of the court-appointed attorneys. We're going to try to work something out with you. We'll try to work something out for you, so hang in there. We'll see what we can do. Okay. Somebody's talking on Timothy Anderson's phone now.
Okay.
I don't know who that is. You're on mute, whoever is talking on the phone in the car.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out, how does he have 5 warrants when he only had, go get your charger, 2 tickets? He had a ticket for improper plate, and he had a ticket for driving while license suspended. But Mr. Anderson's license is not suspended. It's never been suspended. And he went to court for the gun charge that
Yeah, just hold on 1 second. He have tickets that date back to 2020. So it's some old tickets and stuff. That ain't stuff that just happened, but it's some old tickets and stuff. So it's not stuff that just happened last year. Some of the tickets are from 2020 that he never showed up to court for. So.
Okay, and can you tell us what those tickets are for?
Okay, we talk now.
Hold on. We're trying to
plug the charger in.
Folks, we're in court.
Yeah, just calm down. No insurance misdemeanor, driver's license suspension, unregistered title, unregistered driver license suspensions. So we'll discuss it. We're not about to, we're in court, so just be patient. You'll talk to the attorney.
Brian, do you have those other numbers, or maybe I can?
Yep, I can read them off to you.
Thanks.
The first one is SP 11419271.
Right.
And the second ticket is 72. Gotcha. And the third ticket is 73.
Gotcha.
And then the next 2 is SP 1144457 1 and 2.
Thanks. Mr. Rosenthal still online?
He went in the breakout room.
Oh, okay, that's right. All right, well. Yeah, when we come back.
Do you have the offers on Aaron Adams?
He's he's in vet court.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in veteran. He should have been on Tuesday. He couldn't get on Zoom on Tuesday, so we brought him back today.
Okay, Mr. Adams, stay on mute. I keep muting you and you keep unmuting. Please stay on mute. Thank you.
We got Adams and Janine Walker. Those are the last two sobriety court clients we have.
Okay, Mr. Anderson, there's a total of 6 tickets you have outstanding. I will talk to the prosecutor about making an offer for getting an offer to you, and then I'll come back to talk to you about what that offer is. Okay. You're on mute, so I can't hear you, but that's okay.
Okay, no, I'm just trying to figure out how do I have.
I will, once I can't hear you anymore. You muted yourself.
I don't know why I keep on muting, but I was just out of town not that long ago, something like that, in June, and they ain't saying
Okay. Thank you for your patience on this morning. I am going to go back to Mr. Hannah. Let's go back to Mr. Hannah. Thank you, Ms. Wilson, for letting everybody in from the waiting room to get them so we can get the docket wrapped up. And so is there anything else that any of the other parties need to share with the court before I make a decision as Mr. Hannah?
No, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I'm just going to be very brief. Mr. Hannah, based on in light of what I've heard today in the courtroom review, I believe his foundation needs to be built up stronger. His resources need to be connected even more firmly and intensely for him, because we got to make sure that he's getting back to the place and back to the process of getting the resources and all the tools he needs to make good, sound decisions going forward from today. Can't change the past, but today is a new day and we need him to make sure that he has all the tools and resources. So I'm not recommending jail time. I am recommending a abeyance of jail time, but I do want him to commit a little further and firmer to the facilities he's at, and possibly even extend his limits on how much time he gets to spend away from there, because they have all the good resources and tools that he needs, plus the additional facility that he's going to, Your Honor. So that's something I would like to recommend, that he have even firmer, more intense involvement with the facility, the treatment facility, as to build a stronger foundation for him.
All right, thank you. I am ready to make my decision as to Mr. Hannah if there's nothing else. A couple of things. Mr. Hannah, you really should be going to jail on today. No doubt in my mind, you should be going and you should be doing your 30 days. I've listened to the recommendations from the team members. And so here is what I'm going to do. I am going to place Mr. Hannah on a 30-day restriction at Lake Ridge. 30 days. That's for the 30 days of jail that he should be serving. Instead of going to the Wayne County Jail, he will be at Lake Ridge. Ms. Cleveland, I need you to communicate with Mr. Williams. 30 days. He's going to be on restriction. And everybody who cares about Cody Hannah will understand that there is something different that we're doing with Mr. Hannah. So 30 days on restriction. Miss Cleveland, I believe, and you can get that number to me, that he's already done 7. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
He did 7 days. And so I'm willing to deduct the 7 days from the 30. So that would be 21 days on restriction. So you'll have to reach out to your job, reach out to whoever you need to reach out to, but you're going to be at that facility and you're going to work the program. Secondly, You will no longer be allowed to do MAT using strips. I'm not going to allow it because I believe that that's a part of the issue. So you will not be able to use strips. It will be by injection if that's what you choose to do, and the doctor coincides with that recommendation. But I don't want you to have the medication at your disposal. Thirdly, the prosecutor made a recommendation about an additional 30 days in abeyance, 60 days. Ms. Walker, I share your frustration. However, I'm going to do the 30 days at Lake Ridge. But what I am going to do is I am going to hold 15 days of that additional 30 that you recommended. I'm going to hold an additional 15 days of jail time in abeyance. So not only will he do the 30 days of restriction at Lake Ridge, less the 7 that he's already done, but he'll also have 15 days of abeyance, jail held in abeyance. And then the last thing that I'm ordering is that all treatment has to be performed through pop-off. Mr. Hanna will not be able to move about the treatment provider. That is not going to happen. It's not going to happen. He's going to work the program at Lake Ridge, and he is going to do any additional treatment at pop-off, through pop-off, because that's where his MAT will be, if that's the route that he chooses to take. Are there any questions for me with respect to my order?
Your Honor?
Yes.
No, I just have, I have a few questions. I'm not saying anything about what your decision or anything like that. One thing with the Met treatment, I am at the end of my prescription and I go on Monday to get the shot. It's already scheduled at pop-off, but if I stop taking it, it'll make me sick.
No. I don't want you to stop taking it. Don't stop taking it.
Okay.
Continue your med, and then you'll start your shot on Monday with pop-off, okay?
Yeah. Is it, Your Honor, is it possible I can today get closed, like leave to get closed today? I don't, like, I still haven't really even got all my stuff.
Okay, you're gonna, Ms. Cleveland will coordinate with Mr. Williams, and whatever he decides is the best method, Ms. Cleveland, he's to communicate that to Ms. Cleveland, and then Mr. Williams can facilitate that. Okay, but you're not just free to leave and go and get clothing. No. Okay.
Well, Mr. Williams isn't here. It's Mr. Johnson, because he just gave me, I know this is irrelevant to what you're saying right now, I think, but he just gave me the letter for my work. Because Mr. Williams isn't here, it's Mr. Johnson.
Okay, well then Ms. Cleveland will coordinate with Mr. Johnson, okay?
Okay.
Any other questions?
Not that I know of.
All right, very good. If nothing else, I need a return to court date for Mr. Hanna.
Your Honor, I would like him to come back on January 20th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m., which is 2 weeks from now, Your Honor, if that's all right, via Zoom.
That's fine. Did you get that, Mr. Hanna?
I couldn't hear. I'm trying to get away from all the noise, Your Honor.
It's January 20th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. That's when you're going to come back on Zoom, as long as you're doing everything that the court has ordered you to do, okay?
Okay.
All right, very good. All right, if nothing else, thank you all for your time and your patience. Mr. Hanna, we're all rooting for you.
Okay.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.
Thank you, Ms. Walker. Thank you, Officer E. Thank you, Mr. Fikens, Ms. Cleveland. All right, I need to call Janine Walker's case, and then I'll go to the remainder of the docket. I have several people on the docket, and so we'll go from there.
Your Honor, just one quick second. It's a veteran on today, dude. Aaron Anderson.
Okay, why is he on today?
He couldn't get on Zoom on Tuesday, and she moved him to today to Thursday. Ms. Rods and Mr. Yancey's doing the case. I think he had been in the weight room because of the last name A.
Yes.
Yeah, he is a veteran. Yes.
And so is he here for intake today?
No, I think he did intake, if I'm not mistaken. He's the one with the nephew, Your Honor, that
Yes, all right. So Mr.
Okay.
Adams had problems getting on Tuesday. Thank you for refreshing my memory. All right, let me do Ms. Walker, and then I'll do Mr. Adams, and then I will take care of the rest of the courtroom. All right, for Ms. Walker, who has Ms. Walker's case?
I do, Your Honor. Her transfer case number is 20C78466 for Miss Janine LeRae Walker. Please state your name for the record, Your Honor. Ms. Walker.
Janine Walker.
All right, good morning, Ms. Walker.
Good morning.
All right, Ms. Walker, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Okay, very good. I see that you're at work. How did you do over the holidays?
I actually did good.
Okay, tell me what you do to make sure you stayed on track.
Stayed away from the wrong people and
Okay.
just stayed at home since the holidays was fun.
All right, have you been working your services, Ms. Walker?
Yes.
Tell me what you've been doing.
I talked to someone at Development Center. I see my therapist January 19th, excuse me. And I spoke with Dr. Alexander, and I've been doing sessions with him also.
All right, very good. What do you think about the services that you've received so far?
So far, they have been good. They've been working.
All right, very good, very good. All right, Ms. Cleveland, what do you have for me as to Ms. Walker?
Your Honor, she is reporting accurately. She has been compliant with the court's orders. We have not had any alerts from her device that she is still using through house arrest. So we haven't had any concerns as far as that goes. She has talked to Dr. Alexander. I received confirmation regarding that. I do have some information that I'm going to share with her after court regarding Dr. Alexander. And she has indicated to me that she has had an intake process with Development Center, who is the new service provider because the other place she was going could no longer service her. So, and then she's having a follow-up session on the 19th. So she did inform me of all of those things, Your Honor.
All right, very good. And no issues at all over the holidays, is that correct?
No, none that I can determine at this time. No, Your Honor, nothing, no alerts.
All right, very good, very good. Ms. Mack, I'm sorry, not Ms. Mack, Ms. Walker. Ms. Walker, do you have any questions or any concerns that you need to raise with the team at this time? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
She might have. I don't see her name on here now.
Did we lose her?
She might have stepped into another area and it might have got lost.
All right. She seems to be in good shape, right, Ms.
Yes,
Cleveland?
Your Honor. She's doing well.
All right, very
Back on
good.
track.
All right, very good. And let's follow up with those services. I need them in place so that we don't have any issues.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
I have her next court date and I can send her a message for it. It's
Yes.
January 20th, 2022. She comes in from work, so usually it's 10 a.m. if that's all right, Your Honor.
It is, as long as she's doing what she's supposed to do.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll make sure that I talk to her and I'll let you know if something happens.
All right, wonderful. Thank you so much. And that date again is January
20th, 2022 at 10 a.m., Your Honor.
At 10 o'clock a.m. Thank you. All right, thank you. And if Ms. Walker's joined us, you're in great shape, Ms. Walker. Go ahead and return to work. All right, let's keep going.
Judge?
Yes.
If I could interrupt, could Ms. Wilson send me into a breakout room with Mr. Timothy Anderson?
All right, Ms. Wilson?
Yes, Your Honor.
And then let me know when I can proceed.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Judge. I got the invitation.
All right, wonderful.
I'm ready.
All right, let's go to Aaron Adams. Mr. Adams, excuse me. Mr. Adams. Excuse me. All right, case manager, work with me.
Yes, Your Honor, this is Aaron Adams. He's actually in Veterans Court. He couldn't get on a Tuesday. I think you allowed him to come on today. His case number is Z8081351.
Why did Mr. Adams, I know his last name is Adams. Go right ahead, Mr.
Yes.
Adams, state your name for me. Mr. Adams there.
Aaron Adams.
All right, good morning to you, Mr. Adams.
Good morning to you. How you doing this morning?
I'm all right, Mr. Adams. Glad that you made it with us today. You're new to the program. How do you feel about the program so far? Mr. Adams,
He's muted.
unmute for me.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, sir. How do you feel about?
Everything going okay. I just missed the funeral today.
Well, okay, well, I'm sorry that you missed the funeral.
It's okay.
Did you let your case manager know? So we could have made
Well,
it.
you know, I didn't know if I could go out of town now, so it's okay.
Oh, you have to get permission to travel and you can't tell us.
Yeah, I know. I meant to ask you last time I saw you.
Yes, you gotta let us know sooner than the day of, okay?
I know not to leave.
Oh, look at you. All right, you already working this program, huh, Mr. Adams?
Yes, ma'am. I'm hanging in there.
All right, what have you done?
I think I gotta go drop today.
You gotta go drop today? All right, you
Yes,
haven't missed any drops?
No.
All right, very
You know,
good.
the only problem I'm having is when I call out there to Warren and Connors, I can't get, you know, I'm brown. So I just pop up out there and then I end up taking my test while I'm there. But I've been passing them all.
Well, you should be getting your color drop. You can't just show up.
I'm brown. They got me on brown.
Mr. Yancey, if you could make sure, because he can't just show up and take a
That's
test.
what I'm saying.
Okay, let me see if I can clear something up here. Ms. Robs is his case manager, but I am today. So,
okay.
So he has been going to ATS. I'm not sure about issues with color, but he okay. So, but he has been testing twice a week. Those tests have been negative, so I'm not really, I'll have to investigate on the days that he goes or why he goes those days. We did ascertain that he didn't qualify for treatment through the veteran services, so he's going to go through the regular 1-800 number to get treatment. He does have that. We're in the process of working that out.
I got the 1-800 number yesterday.
Right.
He gave it to me yesterday. 1-800-241-4949.
Yes, sir.
Right. So we're gonna get him in.
Hold on, Mr. Adams. Let Mr. Yancey finish what he's saying.
So we should have a treatment agency. We're hoping no later than tomorrow, as far as the treatment agency. So he's only been with us since 12/23. So we're still in the process of making sure he understands how this works. We'll clear up any discrepancies that he's brought up this morning, and we should be in good shape. I believe he is trying to work the program. We just need a little bit better communication, and we'll have this cleared up.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. All right. Mr. Adams, do you have any questions for us today?
No, everything okay.
All right. You sure?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right. Very good. Then, Mr. Adams, we're gonna get your return to court date. We're gonna put you back on a Tuesday, and
Yes.
let's make sure that you can get to it. You can have access like you do today. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Yancey.
We're gonna have Mr. Adams come back on January 18th at 8:30. We were pleased because this was the first time I believe he was able to Zoom in. We were having problems prior to that, but January 18th, 2021 at 8:30. That is Veterans Day.
January, oh, okay. Veterans Day, January.
That's when we have veterans in court, Mr. Adams. So we'll have you in court that day. We'll reach out to you. I'll try to reach out to you later today, and then we'll clear up any discrepancies with testing and testing colors,
Okay.
and I'll we'll get you going with the treatment with that 1-800 number.
Okay.
Okay.
That'll work.
All right, wonderful. It's good to see you today, Mr.
Yeah.
Adams, and I'm glad you did well during the holidays. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I got people here from out of town.
You do. All right. Were they happy to see you?
Yeah, they stayed with me for the holiday.
All
They
right.
kept me on the right track.
They did. All right. That's a wonderful thing,
Yeah.
Mr. Adams. All right. Well, before you leave, I need everybody in the courtroom to join me in thanking Mr. Adams for his service to this country and his service to each one of us in the armed forces. Thank you, Mr. Adams. We appreciate you, okay?
Thank you. I'll be back Veteran Day.
All right, January 18th. All right. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
All right. I hear me right.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'll just remove. Okay, there we go. All right, I need to just call the remainder of the matters and then I'll see who I have left over. I do see a couple of people on. I have for Shanika Brown, case number 20044554501. Anybody knows where Ms. Brown is? I've not seen her this morning. Who is Shanika Brown?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I don't know if that's who that person is.
She's supposed to be an intake.
Oh, an intake.
I don't know. Did somebody just put her on my docket? Did anybody look up the ROA to see who she is?
I could do that though for you, Your Honor. I got to just sign into the system.
Okay, can somebody look and see who she is so I can make sure we don't have anything falling through the cracks? Let's go to Manuel Centino, Z8082541. Where's Mr. Centino?
Your Honor, I made several attempts to contact him. I sent him messages. I have left phone messages for him and he's not appearing. And Your Honor, I'm requesting a warrant for him.
All right, has Mr. Centino been testing?
He has been testing, Your Honor, and he also has been doing that journaling that you required, and he has sent me a copy of his appearance in those at those meetings, plus his statement on those. I can also amend my recommendation if you want to give him one day for me to try to call him again, but
no,
he's not making contact with me or answering my emails.
I'm concerned he had some use. He knew he had to come down to the courthouse because he had some use. And he knew that he had this day to appear by way of Zoom. So he's not appeared in the courthouse. He's not appeared by way of Zoom. Please prepare the warrant for a drug treatment court. And I will get that signed. Please get that to me as soon as possible.
Thank you, Your Honor. I will.
All right.
And Judge, Shanika Brown, that was an intake. She's actually been identified as a mental health client, so she would be moved to your Wednesday docket for January the 12th, and Mr. Curtis would be presenting her.
All right, so January 12th, Miss Mack, January 12th, 2022. Let's put her on for 8:30 a.m. Thank you. All right, I'm getting the warrant on Centino, and then I have for George Hart IV, Z8080881. Where's Mr. Hart today?
Yeah, that was a face-to-face today. We did a couple of face-to-faces due to the length of the docket today. So he was one of the persons that was doing good. I talked to Mr. Hart, no problems. He's in compliance. He'll be coming back to see you on January the 20th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m.
Okay, I would fuss if y'all changed my docket up, but I'm still
No,
in
the last time we was here, we knew we was gonna have a heavy docket. So you allowed us to do face-to-faces with some people that were doing well.
So you're gonna keep me from fussing, Mr. Griffin? I wasn't gonna fuss. I don't feel good enough to fuss this morning. I wasn't gonna fuss. He's like, let me catch her right now. All right.
Your Honor, I'm the one that told Mr. Griffin that you said we could do that. So you'd have to beat me up before
I have to
him.
beat you up. All right. Now you're in good shape. Mr. Hart will be back with us on January 20th at 8:30. All right. Let's go to Stepan Moscow, 200-440-8901.
Same thing, Your Honor. I talked to him as attorney this morning. He's doing well, still attending treatment, no problem with testing. He'll be back to see you January the 20th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m.
All right, very good. And I'm just closing out the specialty court docket. Let me go to 10:30 for Jacob Parmenter, 200-454-6501. Mr. Parmenter had a face-to-face.
That is correct, Your Honor. He's doing well, and we're going to have him come back on January 20th also at 8:30.
All right, very good. And then for Garrett Wartell, 200-589-1801.
Same thing, Your Honor. He's doing well. I think he might be entering school this month, but he's doing well. We're going to have him come back on January 20th at 8:30.
All right, very good. And then the last case I have for specialty court, I believe, is Mr. Ashton Gordon, 2021SD0028.
That is correct, Your Honor. I did talk to him. He's doing well. We want to have him come back on January 24th, I believe, because he has another court hearing, I believe, on the 20th. And if he misses that, we got problems. So if we could have him come back on the 24th at 8:30.
Definitely, definitely. All right, very
Your Honor,
good.
there was just one more case, Pavlo Kuliak. It was in the transfer section on the front.
Oh, I did. I'm sorry, Mr. Griffin, 200-211FD for Pablo Kutliak.
I talked to him, Your Honor. He's doing well. He'll come back also on January the 20th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. And we need an interpreter requested on that date for the two Russian-speaking clients.
All right, so that'll be for Mr. Kuliak and Mr. Moscow. Yeah, make sure that we request an interpreter for both.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you all. You all have been great. I appreciate you all. And so I'm gonna move to my regular docket. I see Attorney Bowie is on, and you are here on Ali for formal hearings. Mr. Bowie, are you ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor. Myself and Mr. Rosenthal spoke, and there's an offer to blockading, civil infraction, no points, no abstract. And the fine he said was 170. He was short, and we want to take that.
All right, let me call the two cases, SP 1241942, counts 1 and 2 for Abdullah Ali. State your appearance, place your appearance on the record.
Jeremy Bowie, P80657 on behalf of Mr. Abdullah Ali.
All right, thank you. And you're here with his permission to plead responsible on his behalf, Mr. Attorney Bowie?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Thank you. And you indicated that there is a recommendation to amend the charge to blockading traffic. Would that be on count 2?
That'll be on, I have it as 22, the case number ending in 422, yes.
Okay, yes, sir. All right, and so you admit responsibility that your client was driving in the city of Detroit and disregarded a red signal?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Right, I'm going to accept that plea of responsible. I'll amend the charge to blockading traffic. I'll assess the fine at $175. And if I'm going to dismiss the remaining matter without prejudice with the stipulation of probable cause.
Stipulate, Your Honor.
All right, can your client get this paid in 2 weeks, Mr. Bowie?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm gonna put him on my docket as an adjourned to pay for January 20th, 2022 at 10:30 a.m. If for some reason he doesn't get it paid, he needs to appear, okay?
Okay, thank
All
you.
right, wonderful, thank you. And then Attorney.
Take care, feel better, Your Honor. Happy New Year.
Thank you, Happy New Year to you. All right, Mr. Moomin, you are here on Saeed Ahmed. I have the following cases. One is an arraignment. Is your client here?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, where's your client?
He's in the Zoom meeting here.
Can he turn on his camera for me?
Okay. Mr. Ahmed, can you turn on your camera, please?
I see him, he's in the lineup.
Mr. Ahmed?
I'm asking him to start his video. You might need to call your client.
Yes, Your Honor, he's here in my conference room.
Oh, we'll tell him to.
Yes, I'll go there, Your Honor. Just give me about like 20 seconds.
Okay, no problem at all. And then the only other case I have on my docket is for John Anderson, case number SP 115-21801. And that was for an arraignment on the bench warrant. Mr. Anderson did not appear on today. Is that correct? I don't see Mr. Anderson. And so that will be a KPS, and it'll be a personal bond from Mr. Anderson.
Your
And I
Honor,
believe,
Mr. Anderson,
I'm sorry, Mr. Fikens, what did you say?
Mr. Anderson is still in the breakout room. We were,
Then that won't be a KPS. Can we get him out of the breakout room?
yeah, I can actually have to go back there to discuss. I just received an offer from Mr. Rosenthal, so I should go back there.
Okay, we'll go back because I'm ready to wrap up, Mr. Fikens. I'm hanging on by a thread.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, let's do it. I'm gonna call Mr. Ahmed's cases at this time. I have SP 126-6621, counts 1 and 2. Counsel, your appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ruhul Moomin, P75893, appearing on behalf of Saeed Ahmed.
Thank you. And then Mr. Ahmed, please state your full name for the record.
Mr. Ahmed, state your full name.
Saeed Ahmed.
Thank you. All right, counsel, today is the date scheduled for arraignment on one matter and formal hearing on the other. How are you proceeding?
Your Honor, I had a chance to speak with Mr. Rosenthal, and for the both count 1 and 2, we have agreed to blockading for count 1 and blockading for count 2.
He's getting 2 blockadings?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Oh,
let me have your client, please, Mr. Ahmed, raise your right hand.
Saeed Ahmed, raise your right hand.
Thank you. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
You have to say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, now your client understands the English language, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Okay, is he just a little nervous?
Yes.
Okay, that's okay. All right, I won't bite, not today. I'm not feeling good. All right, put your hand down, Mr. Ahmed. All right, and so counsel, if you would at this time establish that your client understands his rights, and then you can go through the factual basis with him as well. You may proceed, and he has to plead to the face of the charge, and the recommendation is that I'll amend it. So he still has to put the factual basis on the record. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor. He was driving and he was using cell phone and had an accident on the day.
Okay.
And he was issued a ticket for accident for One hearing. Yes, using a cell phone causing an accident.
All right, and Mr. Ahmed, you understand that you have a right to a hearing with respect to both of these matters? Mr. Ahmed, do you understand you have a right to a hearing?
Yes.
All right, and you understand that if I accept your plea of responsible, that you're giving up your right to a hearing?
Yes.
All right, and so you admit that you were on a cell phone while driving in the city of Detroit and you caused an accident?
Yes.
All right, counsel, are you satisfied?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. I'm accepting the plea of responsible. I'm amending both of the charges to blockading traffic. They are both going to be assessed a fine of $175 as to each ticket. So your client will owe us $340. I believe that's right.
Yes, Your Honor.
$50. You don't do that math.
$360.
All right. See, if I kept going, I'd have got it right. All right. And so can your client get that paid before January 20th?
January 20th. Yes, he'll be able to do it.
All right, so January 20th, 2022 at 10:30 a.m., your client will appear on my docket. As long as he has these paid, he does not have to come back. If for some reason he doesn't have them paid, he must appear, okay?
Okay, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, thank you so much for your patience.
Thank you.
All right, I still see one other person in my courtroom, but I don't have any other. I'm sorry, I do have two more cases that I failed to call, Mr. Reed, Mr. Ficus. I have for Abdul Razak Al-Rayashi, case number SP 1179992, counts 1 and 2, both were scheduled for show cause. Did Mr. Al-Rashari show up today?
Judge, I haven't seen him in the courtroom. To my knowledge, he hasn't shown up today.
All right, then those were scheduled for show cause hearing. And so KPS will issue and I'll do personal bonds as to both matters. All right, there's still one person in my courtroom, but they're not on my docket. So someone enlighten me.
Judge, I saw that there's a Miss Ashford in the courtroom. Mr. Fikens attempted to look up her name in the computer. He couldn't find her name. So we have, at this point, no information as to why she is in your courtroom today. Maybe if she unmuted herself, she could answer that question. Miss Ashford, why are you here today?
Hi, I had court yesterday, but today I missed court yesterday, and they gave me this Zoom ID.
Yeah, you're not on my docket today. And so what you would need to do is call my clerk and find out what I said as your bond, and we'll go from there. Yes, ma'am. Your court date was yesterday. We're not prepared for you today. Okay.
The phone number is 965-2280, Miss Ashford. 965-2280, please.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Judge.
All right, very good. Thank you. All right, that is the entire, did Mr. Ficus going to breakout room with someone or are we good?
Yes, Judge. He's in the breakout room with Mr. Timothy Anderson. Mr. Anderson missed court yesterday, I believe, and he has an offer.
Yes, I have one more case. I thought okay, I didn't mark it right. Okay, thank you, Mr. Reed. All right, Miss Mack, when the young lady calls, I don't know what her case was on yesterday.
Yeah, I'm looking it up now. I don't see her on the docket for yesterday.
What was her name again?
She said
Leah
Ashford.
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 Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking. I don't see an Ashford.
I had an Anthony Ashford for yesterday. Oh, it's Aisha Ashford.
Okay, let me just see. What did I do?
She had a personal bond.
And she has a KPS. And so you can give her a new court date. Maybe bring her back for next week. What's today? You can bring her back for next week, Thursday, or a day that looks good. Not a Monday or a Wednesday.
Oh, I know.
No, I'm sorry. It should be a Monday or Wednesday. That's the day we do traffic. I'm sorry. No, bring her back on a Monday or a Wednesday.
Next week?
Yeah, she should come back on a Wednesday because she was originally scheduled for a Wednesday.
And Judge, Ajon Anderson didn't show up. That Mr. Fikens in the
Correct.
breakout room with Timothy Anderson that was supposed to be here yesterday.
Correct.
Well, okay, I'm all confused.
Yeah, Timothy Anderson, that's who's here. He's supposed to be here yesterday. Ajon Anderson didn't show up.
Okay, so y'all work with Mr. Anderson. Why we didn't work with Miss Ashford? Mr. Griffin said,
I apologize, Judge. I looked her name up as Alicia Anderson, and as Ashford, and I didn't see anything. If I had saw it was Aisha, I would have said that she was on for yesterday. I didn't. I have her on the phone. I can have her zoom back in. She only had the one case.
Did we have a recommendation for her on yesterday? See, that's a whole different set of attorneys. So she's gonna have to come back on Wednesday. That's a whole different set of attorneys, unless somebody can put their hands on it real quickly. Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens wouldn't have that offer.
No.
They wouldn't have it.
I can tell her to come back next Wednesday.
Yes, ma'am. That's fine.
Okay.
All right. So I need to put Ajon Anderson back on the record, SP 115-21801 for arraignment on the bench warrant, failed to appear. The CAFIAS will issue, and it'll be a personal bond. All right. And so now let's go back to you, Timothy Anderson. First of all, why didn't Mr. Anderson come to court yesterday?
Judge, he was, I talked to him about that. He said that when there was a call to reschedule his court date, he wrote down January 6th. I don't know whether it was the 5th or the 6th. He said that's what he was told. We don't know. We apologize if we wrote it down wrong, Judge. But that was the reason why he was given that date. He said over the phone, I have no reason to disbelieve him. And if we wrote it down wrong, Judge, we apologize.
All right, that's okay. I have two matters for Mr. Anderson, SP 119-89701 and case number SP 119-82151. Mr. Anderson, state your full name, please.
Timothy Daniel Anderson.
Okay, thank you, sir, and good morning.
Good morning.
All right, Mr. Fikens, what are we doing with Mr. Anderson?
Judge, I want to say thank you to Mr. Rosenthal, the prosecutor, for acting so quickly on this matter. Because Mr. Anderson demonstrated to me he has a valid license, there's a recommendation that if he pleads responsible to the dirty or obscured improper plate, the court would consider dismissing the driving while license suspended matter. And we would like to avail ourselves of that offer.
All right, wonderful. I'm going to set aside the default for the plate.
Thank you,
and
Judge.
Let me have your client raise his right hand. Mr. Anderson, raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Mr. Fikens, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sir, you understand that in these matters, you have a right to a trial and formal hearing, correct?
Yes.
And you wish to waive that right and enter a responsible plea on the civil infraction, correct?
Yes.
Are you making this decision freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Has anyone forced you or promised you anything to get you to plead responsible today?
No.
Your Honor, I'm satisfied as to his constitutional waiver. May I do a factual basis? Assuming the court indicated positive.
Yes.
Sir, on the date and time of this citation, were you operating a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
And at that time, was your plate improper?
Yes.
It was obscured because of the manner in which you placed it?
Yes.
I'm satisfied, Your Honor.
All right, I'll accept your plea of responsible. I am also going to follow the recommendation and dismiss without prejudice the misdemeanor. And so I'm going to assess the statutory fine. Ms. Mack, are you able to locate that fine for me? Ms. Mack?
Sorry, I thought I said yes. I'm checking now.
Okay.
And Judge, we would
That's
stipulate
what
to
it-
probable,
No, go ahead, Mr. Vikings.
we would stipulate to probable cause for that dismissal, Judge. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Thank you. It is dismissed.
Okay, so the civil infraction, the fine for that is 105.
All right, so I'm setting the fine at $105. You must get it paid on or before January 20th, 2022 at 10:30 a.m. If you don't get it paid, you need to appear back in court, okay?
Okay.
All right, on
Judge,
that date.
I just wanted to say, Judge, we appreciate you hearing us today, even though we should have been here yesterday. We appreciate that very much. Appreciate the help of the prosecutor in this matter. Thank you, Your Honor.
If I may, Judge and
Yes.
Mr. Fikens, I know we found some other matters for Mr. Anderson. Did those get taken care of? I was on a call when the case began.
Those were not him, but a man with a name,
Okay.
a similar name.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Mack, though. I appreciate that. All right, Mr. Anderson, you are free to leave.
Okay, thank y'all.
All right, take care.
Y'all too.
All right.
Thank
All right, team, we are done with today's docket. I'm not in condition to staff. I have made it.
Sorry, Judge.
So tomorrow, if there are problems, you all need to email me, text me, and I will respond. And so I've got some things I've got to do, and hopefully some stuff I'm gonna take and feel better. And so we're gonna get back on our staffing. I don't know, it's not enough hours in the day because the docket is so long. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but we'll get it done.
We will.
All
Yeah,
right,
I just
so-
got Wayne Sykes tomorrow. She's like past her, so I want to discuss graduating her. Probably not this week, but next Friday. I want her to
Okay.
come on and let you know what she's doing. She actually got a job at Team East, Team Wellness East.
What?
Yeah. So they got her a paid job. I think she's making $13 or $14 an hour. So she got a lot of stuff that she want to talk to you about. But she is employed. She worked the midnight shift, so she'll be getting off at like 8 o'clock in the morning or whatever. So she's very excited about that.
And so Miss Sykes ready to go? And well, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
And go from there. Oh my goodness. And I got to get ready for Miss Sykes coming on tomorrow. Probably gonna have her hair done like mine and have her red. You know how she always go extra on me.
Yeah, eyelashes. Yeah.
Come on, Miss Sykes, but she got some good news. I'm ready.
Oh yeah. She got a job. So and she, once we open back up, she's excited about being a mentor. So.
All right, Miss Sykes. So no problem cases for you, Mr. Griffin.
No. And I think the rest of the docket is Miss Cleveland. So I think we should be in good shape tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Very good.
Judge, feel better.
I will, y'all. Keep rooting for me. I got to get better. Right, Mr. Fikens? It gets better, right?